fun. Like, oh.
Hey, what flippity flop though? This is Stranger or Big Boss.
Oh my
We're
God.
here, Faultarian Journal number 9, the Mod Stream.
Oh.
And we're here today to start with. We got
That was
Drake,
real.
we got Zuku, we got Norweginator. We also got a few more mods coming on a bit later. And guys, this is going to be a super fantastic time. Thank you for tuning in. Please tell all your friends. And everyone, please introduce yourselves.
Hey, yeah. What's up, boys? It's your man, EssayRead. Podcast Crunch Me, you will see, baby.
All right, I'll turn my mic down. My apologies.
My God.
Yeah,
We're going with you here. You're first.
Who?
That's you, Drake. You're up.
That's me. Okay. Well, hello, fellas. I'm Drake, and I'm a first-year student currently attending the University of Aerospace Engineering. I have no past work records, except for being a moderator for SMS. I have no idea what to say else. I love to engage with the community and to help anyone who may need it.
All right, Zuku, that's you.
Okay, my name's Zuku35. I'm a fault tester and SMS junior mod. I also stream on Twitch at Zuku358. Yeah, boring.
All right, I'm Norweginator. I am a full tester wannabe, but until then, I'm a junior mod. I'm Norwegian. That's all you need to know about me.
Awesome. So, guys, so as you can see on the screen there, we got it separated into 3 acts. So we got Act 1. We got the young guns. Drake isn't really a young gun, but Zuku and Norwegian definitely are.
It's okay. I'll take the L. It's fine.
And then we got Act 2. We got the vets. And Act 3, we're calling it the Army. We're going to see different mods come in and talk about some of their experiences and some of their thoughts when it comes to Fault. So, in Act 1, we got the intro of mods. We got the idea of forums. We got the love of modding. We got eccentric and bot. And best tester NA. And then
I have some serious questions about that. I have no idea where eccentric mod came from. I've never heard that in my life, but I love it.
And we'll get to that later. And then we got for Act 2, we got, of course, the intro of the next batch of mods. We got leniency, teamwork, gamer, and modding balance. And then Act 3, we got expectations, some fault love, and maybe a bit of insight. And of course, we got to end it off with some Q&A from the community. So make sure you guys get your questions ready, because this is your chance to ask the mods literally anything.
Uh-oh.
If they can answer it, is a different story.
We are allowed, yes.
I'm like, there is NDA for the actual mods.
Yes,
they don't
yeah.
tell junior mods anything, so you're not getting anything out of us.
Yeah, there is some NDA stuff.
But that's all you get from me.
They'll answer what they can answer, I guess. Is
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're gonna preface that.
Yeah, and what we're gonna do that? I'm just gonna pull up some gameplay. And also, guys, I just wanted to make a little quick note before we just move on. For anyone that doesn't know, we got a giveaway going on. We got 2 master packs that we're giving away. For anyone, all you got to do is go into the little giveaway there. You can see it in the Twitch chat. Just follow that link, and it'll take you to how to enter the giveaway. Anywho.
I'm fair.
So to start, we got the intro of mods. Since Norweginator, since you went last, let's make in the intros. Let's make you first in this. Why Paragon? Why Fault? And your road to mod.
Why Paragon? I guess. Well, the how is honestly just very random. It's just one of those free games you saw on the PlayStation. You know, you downloaded it and then put it on. It turns out it just blew our minds away. Me and all my friends. It was just one of those hidden gems that no one talked about, and it wasn't advertised anywhere. You played it, and you're like, "Wow, this is one of the best games ever made."
I agree.
And then,
I agree. When it came to Paragon for me, I was a new MOBA guy. I never played a MOBA in my life. Didn't care about League of Legends, for example. Dota, just didn't care.
Yeah, same.
And then EssayRead over here, he hounded me for months on end. I gave Paragon a try, and I fell in love, guys. And that is what brought me here today to Fault. Thank you to Strange Matter Studios, of course. And sorry for cutting you off, Norweginator.
No, you're fine. It's a conversation. You're good. So Paragon just absolutely blew my mind. And like you said, wasn't interested in top-down MOBAs. Smite kind of feels, I don't know. It's not the same. When you hit a snipe as Murdoch, for example, across that map, and you saw this little bubble fly toward you, there's like everything about it was a perfect euphoric feeling.
Absolutely. So what was it? What's your road to mod? How did you become a mod?
I guess I was obsessed with faults. I absorbed all the information I could, but eventually I was bored enough that I just started answering other people's questions.
Yes,
that's my glory road to mod.
Yes, I remember you being in the chat, and I remember you answering everyone's questions. And then just one day, I just remember someone being like, "Hey, Norweginator, look, your color's different." And I was like,
Yeah.
What do you mean?" And yeah,
that's pretty much how it happened. Yeah, no, it's I'm very passionate about Fault in general, and growing the community and making sure that this game thrives as much as it can, and help in any little way that I can to help it succeed.
And Zuku, how did you discover Paragon and by extension Fault, and how did you become a mod?
So I discovered Paragon back when it was still in early access testing, so like you couldn't even buy into it yet. My friend from the UK was telling me about it because he knew I was big into MOBAs. Because when I was younger, I used to have a family PC and I played League, Dota. The only MOBA I haven't actually played is Heroes of the Storm, just because I never got into it. He told me that Paragon was coming to PS4, so I'm like, okay, I can get back into MOBAs, because up until about 2 years ago, I didn't have a gaming PC, so I was kind of screwed. I couldn't play League, and Smite was it's Smite. I'm just gonna say that. So my friend told me about it. I bought in with the Master Founders pack, and I just fell in love with it. I was playing it almost constantly. As for how I became a mod, I was originally I was taught like back in the last alpha weekend that we had. I actually squatted up with Reverb, which most of you know who Reverb is because he's Reverb.
Never heard of him.
And oh wow, well then you need to go back into the cave that you came out of. But I was squatting up with Reverb because I ran into him in a random duo game and we just kept destroying noobs all day. He told me to shoot out to Jacka, and Riddick also told me to do a thing, try to become a tester. So I got in there, and then after I got laid off from work, I was no-lifing around in the Fault Discord, just answering people's questions, and then one night at 1 a.m. in the morning Central, Jacka messaged me, was like, "Hey, you wanna help be a mod and cover when Drake's sleeping?" And I'm like, "Okay, sure." And that's how I became a mod.
So not only did Reverb carry you in Fault, but he also carried you to Junior mod.
Sort of, yeah. You could say that.
Absolutely. And Drake, what's your story?
Well, compared to Zuku, I found out about Paragon a lot later. It was already the open beta. And one day I was just awfully bored, and I decided to just search on Google new free-to-play games. And I saw Paragon on that list. I give it a try. Man, they really didn't advertise it well enough. So yeah, it was kind of sad that I found it in that way. I really was surprised. The AAA quality of the game, and absolutely no what marketing, no advertisements, no anything. Anyway. So yeah, that was it. I kept playing since I found out about it with my girlfriend. Duo stack for the win. Went on our way to High Plat, And yeah, that's when the servers stopped and we just couldn't play anymore. As for the mod, mid-December 2019, entered the Discord server. I don't know how I found out about Fault. I think it was from a YouTube video from Britic, I think. I'm not sure. And I just joined the Discord server. And yeah, I just made friends and engaged with the community. The alpha testing weekend, I think it was the first one, I'm not sure. It was closing in. If you remember, if you were there, the first Saturday, I think it was, they had problems almost all day. And I stayed all day on the Discord, hauling correct information from the other mods and stuff, like founders or Ryan or whoever.
Mhm.
And I just helped others. And Ryan reached out to me in my evening at least, and he was like, "Hey fam, do you want to be a mod?" And I'm like, yeah, sure.
Awesome.
And that's my story.
Yo, real quick, Drake, I got a question I want to throw at you, man.
Sure fam.
Just what's the difference between a junior mod and like a regular mod?
Well,
actually means something.
I want to say that the normal person would think that the junior mods are not trusted or trusted as much of the full moderators, that is wrong. We did choose the junior moderators because we trust in them. As for what is different, experience. That's it.
I see.
Aw, you're sweet, Drake.
Only speaking facts.
I like it.
Yeah.
We'll beat that chat there.
I like Sylphan's response better though.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I think he beat me to it, guys.
That's why I was laughing. So, so from my understanding of what the difference between a junior mod and mod is it's actually really awesome, because I remember this was months ago now. I do remember there was an explanation given from someone. I don't know, it was long ago. And junior mod is essentially people that they trust, but they're new to the mod thing. That just need, as Drake said, they just need the experience to be given the full capabilities of a mod, whatever that is. And I think it's actually kind of awesome, because all these mods stemmed from the community. And so the mods are literally the people that were there helping other people in the community before they actually had any responsibility to do so.
Yes.
Which is fantastic, in my opinion.
It is. It really is. I never expected it. I mean, I expected some kind of thanks, but not a role as a moderator. And yeah, why wouldn't I accept it?
Yeah. And sorry guys about the gameplay. Just to mention about the gameplay there, guys. This is gameplay from the Alpha 3 weekend. That was back in March, I do believe. Yeah, it was at the start of March. Sorry if the gameplay is not the highest quality there. But if you guys have any gameplay that you guys would love to see share on stream from either Alpha 3, Alpha 2, or Alpha 1, please hit me up on Discord, or even just send a DM to this Twitch channel, and I would love to have some fresh gameplay to put up on the stream for the future. So besides that, to get back to the point, so our first topic there is we got forums. So as mods, what would you guys think about on the playfault.com website? What would you guys think about there being forums? Do you guys like the idea? Do you dislike the idea, and why?
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I feel like there's already a lot of places where people can sort of voice their concerns or ideas, suggestions, whatever it may be. I feel like there's already a lot of outlets for that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm certainly not opposed to the idea either. I guess I'm more indifferent to it.
I agree. I am not sure if forums should be on the official website. I would find forums more adequate to the Fall Hub Network website, because it's more like a blog post kind of website. Other people are talking about the news. Other people can engage with the blog post. Maybe some kind of comment section. Anyway, it's their decision, like Bailix, Gorian. But yeah, I don't oppose to it on the official website at least.
And
I
Zuko?
definitely don't oppose it. I think what the closest thing that we have to forums right now is definitely the Reddit thread.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is a Reddit thread that we encourage the player base to go in and put their concerns, as well as we do have the feedback and improvements in the Discord server that we also encourage you to put any ideas that you think would help improve the game in there. I know we like to look in that a lot, and even like in tester chats, we'll sometimes go and look and see what some of the players have been talking about when we're looking at the future.
So yeah, and just to give my personal opinion on it, I do like the idea of forums, especially because in the Paragon days, especially the forums were a big deal. I do agree that Reddit is essentially the forums, so I think Reddit does a good job of that. And I think at the moment, even before early access is released, and probably during early access itself, the forums aren't exactly needed. They'll always be great to have. There's always another. It's always good to have another place to give your thoughts and opinions, right? In a respectable manner, of course. And but I think the Discord does that very well. And for now, the majority of the people are in the Discord. Like everyone that knows about Fault seems to be in the Discord. For the majority, of course, there is exceptions. But I think as the game grows and as you build a larger community, and especially once you hit full release, I think forums actually might be a super fantastic idea because you're going to see, in my opinion, of course, you're going to see a transition to where uh, the the largest player base are actually people that are not in the Discord, but that's going to happen over time. Of course, that could be a few years down the road, is what I'm.
Well, yeah, it does help with people that, for example, don't have any social media, and if they just sign in with their Fault account, you can just get in there in the forums. It gives them an outlet. So I definitely see that.
Yeah, and just a little point on Fault. What are you guys most excited about with Fault when it comes to early access and the full release? What really tickles your fancy about
So
the
many
game?
things.
Yeah, literally countless.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things I'm excited for. For example, the esports scene. I am fucking hyped for that.
Yeah.
The new additions for early access. But I don't care for the additions as much as I care for the actual release of early access because I get to play the game. I don't care about the additions, I just want to play Fault. But
Yeah,
of course, additions are always welcome.
Yeah, if I can be completely honest, I would have taken the game at close alpha testing 1. I would have taken the game right there and then. I would have paid for it. I would have been like, you know what? I have something to do. Great game. So everything else is just a cherry on top now.
Yeah, that was something that we've brought up a few times in the past few journals. Was like even just watching the footage here on the stream of Stranger's Time and the alpha weekends, like it looks like as a Paragon, as a Fault fan, like this is something that I personally would 100% buy, and so the fact that it's only going to get better is super exciting,
Yeah.
And Zuko, what do you think? What are you looking forward to in Fault?
So when it comes to Fault, I just enjoy having a game that is like Paragon that I actually enjoy playing. And it just, even in these early stages, I've already started getting those Paragon vibes that I got that caused me to no life it, and like my entire gaming clan basically ditched me because none of them actually are very good at MOBAs, so they never enjoyed it as much as I did because they just get pub stomped by random people, and I'm just over there trying to 1v5 the whole game, and they don't like that.
Yeah. Personally, what I'm so excited about Fault. So obviously, I want the game to come out. But to establish more than that, I'm actually really big on the esports scene, and I'm super excited. I've always been a competitive guy, just my whole life. No matter what I do, when I commit to something, I usually give my all. And so when it comes to Fault, I'm super excited to see an esports scene and to watch that grow, and also to uh, watch the Fault Hub network also grow as we're going to be hosting tournaments as time goes on.
Yeah, that'll be super exciting.
That will be, yeah. And on top of that, the big thing I love about Fault is the second I played the Alpha 3 weekend, I had that Paragon feel. I felt it in my bones. I felt it in my soul. With it being different, it is different than Paragon. Fault is its own thing. However, I felt whatever it was that Paragon had, I felt it in Fault, and I felt it at such an early stage in development that alone captured my heart, and it is the reason today that I try to grow the community in my own way.
Yeah. I will say, so there's a lot of community feedback on this, and I do agree. When you're talking about the feel of Paragon, like attacking and stuff didn't quite have that oomph, right? And that's something that they've been working on for a while now and gonna implement. But that feeling of Paragon, I think, actually comes down to all those decisions that you make in game, whether it's moment to moment in fights or like just the overall game. Like knowing that if you were in the right place, doing the right abilities, or you had the right items, like all of that, when it comes together in those moments, there's just no better feeling. That's the Paragon feeling.
Yeah, it is the Paragon feeling, and the thing it is the Fault feeling now, and that's really cool. And the one thing I love, well, there's multiple things, but one of many things that I love about Fault is we saw a game with Paragon. We saw the game die. We saw issues. There's clear, if you followed what was going on with the development of Paragon from day one to their final demise, there was clear issues that happened. And what I love that Strange Matter is doing is they're taking those issues head on with the assets they were giving, and they're not only making it their own, they're also solving those issues in their own way. And that's something that I really like. And that's why I think this game is going to have a long lifespan, because there is nothing out there like Fault. And of course, like Paragon, there's no MOBA out there that hits that niche that Paragon and Fault hit. So
yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, so to get on to more of that, we just got a little fun question there for you guys now. What would be a dream tier 3 skin you would love to see in the game?
And why would you get it for Crunch? I can answer that question. No, you guys go.
Okay, who starts?
Well, I have an answer, but I feel like I've been talking a lot, so I'm trying to hand it over to
well
you guys.
Steve, you start. Why would you love to see tier 3 Crunch skin?
Why don't see a tier 3 Crunch skin?
I'll tell you why. Because my boy needs love, all right? When I was playing back in Paragon, you know what the coolest thing I had was? A gold skin. Just gold, all right? Now you're looking at my man Gideon, skeleton pirate-looking guy, Steel with his Mayan god skin, all these really cool, awesome skins, and then I'm rolling around destroying fools, and I'm just real shiny. I'm sorry, that's just not that cool. You know what I mean?
Crunch did not get the love he deserved. That is for sure.
I agree. Yeah.
We are friends. We are now friends. My man Crunch.
Though towards the end of Paragon, he did have some unreleased like mecha skins. I think they were some kind of robot skins, like chunkier skins for him. He had like the hood from the Howitzer skin,
Oh, really?
Kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that, but more like squarish. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to throw out an answer, and I feel like you will all probably agree with me here. But I would easily spend $30 on a bikini Narbash skin. Just easiest money I'll ever spend right there.
Oh, no.
I'm having flashbacks to the Discord.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, oh, man.
I would actually pay money for it.
Yeah, see? Got somebody on board.
I'm not gonna lie, I am not shy. I would pay for a bikini Narbash skin.
Yeah.
Sue me.
And we could get like reskins of the bikini skins. We can get like red bikini.
Yeah.
We can get one with stars.
And-
Endless
all-
possibilities, my guys.
Exactly. You can make polka dot bikini. You could just keep recoloring that and sell it out.
Once that floodgate opens up, it's
That's
game
the money
over.
maker right there.
That one skin.
Dude, that's the moneymaker. That's how fall are going to survive.
Yeah. Goddamn summer skins.
As long as there's a beach ball emote to go with it.
Yeah,
True.
very
Agreed.
true.
Guys,
Well, I think Squid Cthulhu-like skin for Rampage would be kind of cool.
Ooh, like
more
lean heavily
monstrosity,
into it.
Lovecraftian
Yeah.
tentacles, like from arms or some shit, you know?
Well, it's true. You could do a lot more with Rampage. It's a lot more flexible and what kind of like monster things you can do with him.
I feel like that would be a lot cooler as a tier 4 skin. You get those animation effects.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
And maybe
that'd be very cool.
a voice pack with it, like Cthulhu voice pack. How cool would that be?
that'd be
Maybe
awesome.
like
Yeah.
for throwing his boulder, instead of using his hands, like tentacles from his back or his head.
Wow.
as a boulder
Yeah.
and float it over his head. That'd be
Yep.
brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That needs to be
Instant
a
buy.
tier 4 skin
Instant
right
buy.
there. That needs
All
to
right,
be a
Strange
tier 4
Matter. We
Yeah,
know a couple
yeah.
of you are listening. Get on it.
Ryan, you're here. You heard us.
Yeah, Balix, get to work. I don't even know if you deal with skins, but you are now.
Yeah.
JV, you're here. You know what to do.
Yeah.
That's right. We got TV here.
Could
Hey, working, buddy. Get drawn.
Oh god.
now.
Yeah.
Well, when I have a
Sorry,
skin that I would love
Dusty.
to see, I'm a big. What was I thinking there for a second? I just want to see a Severog skin that literally just makes him look more like the Death Reaper that he is.
Okay, a
Yeah,
guy in
for a
chat
classic
literally
Death
just said
Reaper.
that. Like a demon style skin or something, you know.
You mean like
Like
the classic Grim Reaper?
Angel
just
of Death. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dementor.
I like that.
umbrella?
Yeah, like the mentor.
Yeah, I think that'd be great too. That's
Now,
also a
I-
really good
guys,
suggestion.
I just want to know. I think I heard Armadillon, but I'm not sure because when Zuko and him talk, I have trouble distinguishing. Armadillon, are you there?
He's not here at the moment.
Do we call him in?
No, that's all right. He'll come in. He'll come in.
he's
when he's
currently-
ready.
Armor
yes.
went on an errand, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no,
Yeah.
Stranger wasn't
No, he's
there.
gonna be back right-
Okay.
It's been
An hour.
Zuzu the whole time.
Anyway.
You know what I think? I already said a skin, but why didn't we get Lumberjack Severog, huh? I mean, he's got the axe. You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
real good question.
Bundle.
That is
Let's
really
make a
good
bundle. Lumberjack skins, sure.
Just a lumberjack
Oh,
skin for
The
every
lumberjack
character.
bundle.
Y'all need
The
to be
viewers, guys,
wrestling
you can
lumberjacks,
suggest
though.
skins yourselves. Don't just watch. And
Go spam Ryan Red.
spam
tell
the
him
chat.
about
Skins ideas.
lumberjack
JV,
hat.
you're there.
Hold
Please.
on. Hold on. Don't go spam the Discord because then they're gonna summon us.
No.
away, like-
Not the Discord. Not the Discord. The Twitch chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, spam the chit chat. I'm
Yeah,
fine with
spam
this.
the chat.
Mm.
Tell
So
them what you want.
I
We
think
can confirm that one will randomly be picked and it will be put in the game.
Oh, that's for sure.
Oh,
What do you mean?
Hold on.
don't listen
Yeah,
to these
yeah.
fools.
As a junior mod, I can confirm this.
Trust
Only
me,
here on
guys.
the Fault
I'm a
Network.
junior.
Yeah.
That's all the sentence that needed to be
So-
said.
Burning Oak Steel. I actually like
know-
that idea. It's
I
not
know how
bad.
to get him talking.
So, guys, I wanted to move on to the next topic we got there in Act 1, which is the love of modding. So, why do you guys love being a mod?
Who said we loved it?
I do.
Whoa.
I
No,
mean,
I'm just kidding.
talk
Why-
to yourself.
Hold on,
Whoa.
Ryan.
Look for yourself,
Guys, I was
please.
kidding. That was a prank.
Yeah, sure. You anyway.
Who's
But yeah,
editing this.
cut this out, guys, please. Anyway,
Haha.
well, since I started talking, I love almost everything about it. Like, I love that I get to engage with the community. I love to answer the questions, to point newcomers in the right direction,
Mhm.
and to keep the server safe and clean so that everyone can have a good time. I
Yeah.
want to be there for everyone. I want everyone to feel heard, first of all, and supported. Like, it's not that hard.
I think
Yeah.
Armenian just said it best. I agree with everything he just said. my favorite part is just sharing my love of Fault with the community and like bringing them into the community as welcoming as we can so that the community grows and this game will flourish.
Yeah, well, I personally had experience supervising a team of customer service, so I have that customer service voice just forever etched into my soul.
Nice.
And so for me, it's I have a lot of free time during the pandemic and everything, so
Mhm.
kind of came naturally to want to just be able to help out. Like Zuku and Drake both said, it's just very fun to help grow the community and make it a positive experience for everyone.
Yeah.
Because I really do believe that everyone that's in here, we are all incredibly passionate about Fault one way or another for whatever reason that we each have. And to help grow the community, to help grow Fault or the Fault Hub network, it's very exciting.
I'm obviously not a mod, but I just love just to add to your guys' point. What I love to see, what I love is I'm one of those people that I just if I do a good deed, it just makes me feel good. Like those endorphins just start coming in, and that to me is why I think modding is fun and why you guys enjoy what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all I got on that point.
satisfaction from helping. I think when Drake brought up the whole thing of people being heard, I think that's something that when I see a mod doing a good job is when they're helping people realize, oh man, this is something that I can look forward to checking out the Discord. I can look forward to the stream, and I can actually connect with people, and it's these members of the community that really take it serious. So I think Greg, you bringing up that point of feeling good about it, it seems like you guys really just enjoy it. Yeah, 100%.
And not just that, like every day you see new people join the Discord. And if it wasn't for the mods over at Strange Matter Studios, some of them wouldn't uh wouldn't have the information they have, and I think they would feel a bit more disconnected from the community in a sense.
Left out. Yeah.
And I think that's where the mods come in and they really bring it all together. I think mods, and especially the mods of Strange Matter, you guys are an invaluable piece of invaluable part of the team. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, that's very nice of you. I really appreciate that.
Thanks.
I think that was a compliment.
It was. It didn't come out exactly
The
the
first
way I
one in
was
how
thinking
many
it.
years, Zuku?
Damn.
Okay. So
You're right though.
I just wanted to bring this up as
No shade though.
This is a recent announcement, but we had the recent announcement of the charity bundle and the 4 skins with Strange Matter Studios and Fault. So what I wanted to ask you guys is, what do you guys think about the charity bundle, specifically the 4 skins, and does the bundle period end? Can we buy the skins separately? What is the deal with these skins? Can we only get them in the bundle?
Oh, so as far as I know, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, Drake, but you can get them
Sure,
all
go ahead.
separately once early access begins.
Yes,
Or
this
you can buy
has
them with
been
the bundle.
confirmed to be true. You can get them separately.
And my thoughts on it is, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You're talking. Sorry.
I mean, first of all, they're showing, and they have shown before too, that they are making original content, and they are very capable of doing so. Because that Bellica skin, oh my gosh,
Ooh,
so good. So
juicy.
clearly, yeah, we have good artists on board, and they have a vision here for how they want the game to look, to feel, to play, and they have the means to execute on it. So that's fantastic to see. And also, I've got to say, for a small indie starting company like this, a game company, to give half of the profits to a good cause, I mean, my hat's off to them.
Yes, absolutely. I think the same. What I wanted to add earlier was that I think you will be able to buy the skins separately even after the charity bundle period ends. I'm not 100% sure about that. Belix can correct me in the chat, or Jacka, But yeah, I think they're gonna be available even after the bundle ends.
That's very
for the
exciting.
charity.
But yeah, there was no pressure for them to give any sort of percentage to any charity. This was all on their own accord. This is an internal decision that they made because, well,
They just want to help.
yeah, they just want to help. It's that simple. I think it's wonderful
Yes.
to have a company like that, and that fault is in their hands. That's very reassuring.
Mhm. Yeah, I personally love the bundle. You know what I mean? Especially with the global pandemic that is ensued. I'm here in Newfoundland, Canada, and uh, the the province is just closed down. You know, and I know a lot of people that have been negatively affected by the pandemic, as I'm sure we all do. And just to see that Strange Matter Studios is taking that under their helm, especially when they were affected by it as well, and they're essentially trying to give back uh, to the community and to the people that have helped them get to where they are, as well as just help globally, because Who is a global organization.
Yeah, there's some good people on that team for sure.
Yes.
So I guess we're on to the last point there that we have. So we have eccentric bot, and I wish I put
Oh
it
my
in.
god.
We also have the greatest tester NA. So guys, we gotta start with Drake on this one. Drake, why are you a robot, and how are you talking to us right now?
Voice modulators. AI developed my gesture,
Mhm.
and a
He's very good.
spank of personality, I guess. But nah, jokes aside, to be honest, I'm just doing my best. Nothing more. I guess people call me a robot or a bot, I guess, because I'm there to help people out. But either way, I don't mind them calling me a bot or anything. I've got pretty used to it. I just love the community. I don't know.
I think he got that reputation because honestly, he handles everything very well and professional, and he's just a working machine, man. You get him in front of the computer, and he's just answering questions back to back to back. He's helping everyone.
Yeah,
And I'm glad to do so.
yeah. The reason I know of you as a bot, and I just wanted to go back because I did see a comment. Actually, I do see a comment in Twitch chat how the mods are only allowed to get 3 hours of sleep a night, and that's what it feels like with you, Drake. There, I feel like you're always in the Discord, always helping people out, and I feel like you just don't sleep, and that is why you are a robot.
I guess I am.
In my eyes,
But nah, I really do sleep like a pretty ton. I don't know.
I don't believe it. I don't believe
People always say like, Drake, how are you back? You just left, and I'm like, no, fam, I left like 8 hours ago. What do you mean?
Have we ever considered that Drake mods in his sleep?
Yeah, ooh, that could be it.
I think that's it.
Actually.
I feel like you need a doctor
Sleepwalking
at some point.
kind of type shit. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think that's it. We hit it.
And Norweginator, why are you known as an eccentric mod?
I've never heard that before in my life until you said it. So you're gonna have to explain to me how I'm known as the eccentric mod.
So
is that common knowledge?
Of course, it's common knowledge.
I think I will support Norweginator on this one. I've never heard anyone call him eccentric.
Yeah, I don't know where any of that came from. Y'all gave him a nickname.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a good mod. Like, yeah, absolutely. Zuko too. All the mods are incredible, but why eccentric? I
love it. Just want that out of the way.
Yeah. Why I think in the community eyes you're considered an eccentric mod is because you're so where Drake is more helpful, nice. I'm not saying you're not nice, but you'll see where I'm going. You'll see where I'm going. You'll see where I'm going. Let me finish.
And I've never helped anyone. I got it.
Let me finish. Hang on. So where he is a robot, you'll come in with the jokes. You're the one that you'll come in and you'll always make people feel good no matter what the situation is. And that's why I think, in my eyes, that you were known as the eccentric mod. Because some of the stuff you say,
the sweetest definition of
actually
eccentric I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff you say is just absolutely
especially
hilarious.
because it's wrong. But yeah, anyway.
If anyone saw some of the stuff Norwegian used to say before he was a mod,
oh yeah, we don't talk about that though.
Yeah. Well, That's we won't talk.
We
about
don't do that
please.
here.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, we blacklisted all that. That's gone from the records.
Yeah.
Nobody needs
Yeah.
to know.
It doesn't-
NDA
No,
signed.
nobody look it up.
posted.
Anybody listening, don't you dare go look it up. Nothing happened.
It's not. He guys didn't say anything bad. Just to let you know, like, it's not like he hasn't said anything juicy.
No,
Usually
I
when
do.
it
I
does
do
too bad, he
remember
wouldn't be
before I
on
was
the Discord anymore.
I do remember before I was I became mod and I was still just trying to help out. I did have an outburst. I think it was when they released when they first released the packs and said that you're gonna have to pay for heroes and stuff like that. And I was hearing some arguments in chat that definitely. I think my last response was, "This is too much stupid for me to handle." In all caps, I'm out. That wasn't very mod-like of me. I'll admit.
That's all right. That's why you're a junior mod.
That's why I'm a junior mod. I'm the eccentric junior mod.
You'll
I'm
get
a
there.
wild
You'll
card.
get there though.
It has a kind of nice ring to it, so why not?
I don't mind it at all.
So, and on your side there, Zuku, we had a lot of people saying that you originally were a tester before you were a mod, if I'm not mistaken.
That is true.
And nobody, no offense when I say this, but I don't think many people knew who you were post in Paragon and post Paragon. So you became a tester.
You are nobody.
And the reason I've heard a rumor, confirm or deny, that you became a mod is because I heard you won a battle for a mod spot in a tester and you won, and now you're the mod.
What?
Yeah, I heard you won.
Busted.
I heard you had a 1v1.
Watch out, chat. We got some juicy details about Zuku.
Here it comes.
In an
This is
internal
it. We all been
testing.
waiting
And
for.
that is the reason why you're a mod, because apparently you're like one of the best testers there is.
I think unanimously voted the favorite tester. I think is what it was.
Is unanimously voted the favorite tester. My apologies.
That's
Definitely our
official,
favorite
guys. You heard
tester.
it here. Reverb, empty. I'm sorry. It's Zuku.
I have no idea where all this is coming from. I did not win no 1v1.
What do you mean? You did though. Come on, guys.
He was bragging about it for
he
days.
forgot.
He wouldn't stop bragging about it.
Like
But yeah, in all seriousness, I have no idea about this. I don't really test the game. I don't really talk with the other testers in the voice chat because I'm asleep while they're testing. I have no idea what happened, so I cannot back this up.
Actually, Drake, I have a question for you because I know you've had the ability to test, but you've never tested, have you?
Yes, I have not. One time I know I was very close to, but I was half shy, and until I got myself to actually enter the voice chat, the spot was already occupied. So I guess it was for the better because I still am not sure if I can run not Paragon, Jesus fuck, Fault. If I can run Fault on my rig, even at low settings, I am not sure. That's why I kind of avoid testing sessions because I don't want to slow them down. And most of the time I can't even because I'm sleeping or yeah.
You know what? Can we just get some progress in chat here for Drake? He can't even run the game, and he's still modding.
No. I'm not sure that I can. I mean, I played in the alpha testing and the last alpha.
That's dedication. He is the true mod. We want some progress for him.
It was
Drake.
decent. I had a few like constant how are they called freezes, but it was playable. No. What can I say? I had a good time with other people too.
I think we might just have to rig that giveaway in your favor there, Drake.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm not from US. I can't.
Yo, if I win, I'ma mail it to you, my dude.
Fuck, through a postcard.
You go pay that $500 and ship it to Romania.
For man I never met. My bad. For robot I never met, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'm telling you.
I appreciate it. But
That's man the real MVP.
I'm gonna send it back, don't worry.
I gotta make friends somehow.
Balix here. That's a good idea. I think I can get on board with this. A GoFundMe for
Great
Drake.
GoFundMe.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Anyway.
Let's get it going on.
Anyway. So yeah, you guys tested the game. Nor Zuku, how's the testing going? Or the last one anyway?
Testing was actually going really well. So with the build we were testing on was by far the most smooth iteration that we had experienced up to that point. The only really like shenanigans thing that happened during testing, which it's forever ago, and they technically never said we couldn't say anything, was OP. There was a slight bug where you would get OP and the health boost buff that would go to minions would actually drain your health. So after OP wore off, it would literally like neg health you, and it was permadeath.
Oh my god.
That was a fun thing to discover. Well, yeah, after Jester got that knocked out in like 2 hours, the build was beautiful and was running smoothly, and I can only imagine how much has improved in the month and a half roughly that we have not touched the game.
Yeah, so I can imagine for early access, it's going to be some huge improvements. But I was wondering, Zuku, if you could kind of catch the rest of us up to speed, because for a lot of us, the last time we touched the game was it end of February, beginning of March?
Yeah, that's about where the last alpha weekend was.
Yeah, could you just kind of catch us up there, get us up to speed on what you think some of the biggest changes were between that last alpha weekend and then when you last played as a tester? Like, how did it feel?
Yeah, the feel.
So feeling wise, there was a bit more feedback. The biggest change I noticed that, like, I'm not sure if any of you noticed this when you were playing that last alpha weekend. Carries were pretty weak. Like, even late game, they didn't really do anything. It was super tank meta. The last build I was playing, if your carry got to his late game build, it didn't matter who you are, you got shredded. Because what they did is they added some items, one of which was like a huge boost to penetration, so that armor that you would build was just getting completely destroyed by carries when they equipped a certain item. When they first added the item, it did it too good and was like 200% pin, so that was hilarious.
Was the Countess still a good counter?
So Countess is still a good counter to squishies. The big thing is with Countess, she's a high skill ceiling character. You have to know your positioning or anything, or you're just gonna, if you get stunned, it's like Chimera. Chimera will destroy a squishy in a 1v1. But if you get stunned or caught out of position, you're gonna die, because that's what happens to squishies who get caught out of position.
Yeah.
They die.
Yeah, so I watch you testers a lot. I gotta say, I really like the direction, or I guess just the general idea that SMS has with balancing. Because obviously during those first closed alphas, there were some glaring problems with balance, like the tank one. But I feel like they're constantly moving in the right direction. Like every time that they make a big change, it feels like they're taking 2 steps closer to where we're supposed to be for a good, healthy, competitive MOBA.
I
Is that been your
definitely
experience?
agree with that. All the improvements that had been made, even when I was testing for that about a month before they shut things out to super like grind for EA. The direction was very much very like balance oriented, making sure that the game had a long quality of life. Because that's what we all want. We want to see this game flourish. We want to see this game succeed, so we don't have to go through the heartbreak that a lot of us felt when Paragon got shut down.
Well, I speak about it specifically because I know that there's several projects or several teams trying to kind of bring that dream to reality. And obviously the reason why I'm here personally trying to help out is because I believe that Strange Matter Studios, they are the only ones who can make this dream come true. And I think definitely like how they handle balancing and how they respond to feedback from the community is one of the biggest reasons why. Not only because they're a professional company, They clearly have a work ethic that's insane, and they're all very talented and capable, and they're making a game right in front of our eyes like it's nothing. But beyond that, it's just the general vision that they have in the competitive scene. How to create a healthy MOBA. That's one of the biggest differences, I feel.
100%. So we got 7 minutes left for the end of Act 1. So I just want to touch on this topic of community feedback. So as a mod, and in the Strange Matter Discord, and with the way Strange Matter is running the community, that they want to get as much community feedback as possible. However, sometimes that community feedback gets a bit out of hand, I guess is a good way to put it. And so how do you guys deal with that as mods?
So I know whenever people start to get a little heated in the community feedback, we are directed to ask them to take it to their DMs, as the feedback area is not really intended for full-on lengthy conversations to be in. It's more of something where you post your suggestion in there, and then the team can go in there and look and see what the community wants for the game. But there's definitely been some times where people get a little heated in there, and
Yeah.
some mutes have been thrown around and some hammers.
I'm personally, I love the idea that everyone has the opportunity to put in their 2 cents for a game. And the big thing with Fault is because Paragon existed, everyone already has like this kind of like preconceived notion of what they think the game should be or what it would be cool with.
And that is one of the biggest things for this game, because so many people know, or at least most of them, have a general idea of what was wrong with the game. Having them see what SMS and Fault are doing, resolving, fixing that exact reasons is, I think, in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons why people are supporting SMS. And besides the community feedback, besides that devs are always bug fixing in alpha testings continuously without sleeping, besides hero kits being taken into consideration by Sylphin on his streams. And by the way, chat, Sylphin and other devs are actively, almost daily, looking in the suggestions feedback channel from our Discord. If you have a suggestion, put it in there. It will be read. We don't skip anyone.
We're not
So,
lying when we say that. Like they read it all the time.
So yeah.
This is one of those. Yeah, this is one of the few times where it's not like just something that you throw out there to the community. These people are actually reading everything you guys are throwing at them. They are taking everything into consideration. So don't be shy to support SMS and give your feedback and send in your ideas.
Awesome. And just before we end Act 1 there, guys, I just want to ask you, is there anything you would love to say to the stream, or you'd love to say to the Fault community that is here watching? And is there anything we haven't asked you that you wished we asked?
Well, we got a question here. How do we submit feedback? That's a good question. We actually have several ways to do that. You can join our Discord, Strange Matter Studios. We have several channels for that. If you also want to hit us up on Twitter, Facebook.
I think I can maybe add the link. Wait.
Yeah,
You're
that'd
a
be
mod,
great.
I hope you can.
I think this is the.
We're testing its abilities now. We're testing it live. There it is.
Awesome.
There it is.
All right, we'll
Everybody
keep
who
this
is not
for
in
now.
the Discord, you can join.
Felix gave them the official link with the name.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's more professional than me. I was just doing a hotfix. Yeah.
Yeah. If one last thing that I want to say is that I am incredibly excited about Fault. The game meant a lot to me, my family, and my friends, and it is so exciting to see it come back with a team that clearly is as, if not more, passionate than I am. That are so capable, and I hope everyone sticks around. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna call it there for Act 2 there, guys. Or Act 1, sorry. So guys, moving on to Act 2. For Act 2, we got a few different mods coming into the chat. A few of them I do believe are still on their way home or whatnot, so they might be here a bit later. But guys, I just want to talk about the Fault Hub Network giveaway that we currently have. We are going to be giving away 2 Fault Master Packs. Literally the largest packs that you get to play Fault for early access. We'll be giving 2 away, and there you see it. And there I just see the giveaway just get posted there in the Twitch chat. You can click that link there in the Twitch chat, and that will lead you to all the instructions of how to enter the giveaway. Make sure you tell your friends and everyone. It's actually awesome. The Masters Pack gives you so much. And it's just great. Anyway, besides that, let's move on to Act 2 of the Faultarian Journal number 9, otherwise known as the Mod Stream. And we have three new guests. We have Camelot Reborn coming in, we have Armadillon, and we have the Agorian.
You have one new guest here.
That's all right. Armadillon and Agorian are not here yet, but that's all right. But we do have Camelot here. Camelot, could you please introduce yourself?
What's up, everyone? I'm Camelot Reborn. I don't really know what else more to say.
So
that's perfect.
Like,
That's it.
That's all we needed.
That's all we need. So, Camelot, I just wanted to ask you there, how did you find Paragon and how did you find Fault?
So with Paragon, it started out with I was just looking for a new game to play on my PS4 back in the day before I went out and got a computer. And it was on the PlayStation Store, and it was saying that it was out in alpha or beta or whatever. So I was like, hey, I'll just go hop in there and try it out. For Fault, it was more so I was paying a lot of attention to Phoenix Rising and Core and stuff like that. And once I saw Core go downhill, I was just paying attention to Britick and everything that Britick was posting and everything like that. And I saw Britick post one video about Fault, and I was like, all right, I'm going to hop in this Discord, see what's up. So.
And I did see that Armadillon joined in. Armadillon, could you please introduce
No.
No.
He left again.
He
He is
disconnected.
rushing back here as quick as he can to join.
Yeah, another
Yes.
at least half an hour.
All right, no worries.
Yeah,
So,
40 minutes.
Camelot,
confirmed.
what is your road to becoming a mod?
Basically, it was during the holiday access. For those of you that weren't around at that time, I was kind of the bot of the Discord back then. I had off of work and everything like that. And so Drake, Agorian, and we were all just going crazy in the chat. You know, I played like 2, maybe 3 games during holiday access because I was just sitting in the chat all day answering people's questions. And, you know, with that timer, that takes a long time. And then once holiday access, during holiday access, I got junior mod. And then I didn't get mod until around after Shui got mod. And it was basically, you know, I messaged Ryan. I was like, hey, what stuff do I need to improve on to be able to get up to moderator, you know, because I'm the only junior mod. I felt left out. And so from there, he was just like, hey, just keep working on your stuff, you know, make sure you know all your knowledge. And from there, I just kept helping people through chats. During the early access gameplay, the alpha testing that we had, rather than playing, I just sat in Discord and talked, helped people out, and then eventually got it from there.
Awesome. So I just had a question for all of you there. When you guys play Fault, what do you main? Like, what role do you like to play?
Fault or Paragon?
Why not both?
I think anything and everything, but Narbay is my bay.
Oh, you're speaking my language, Norweginator. I love Narbash.
For me, it was kind of in Paragon. I mained in Legacy days. I mained like Decker, Muriel, and then I messed around with some Murdoch and Sparrow. But for the most part, that's what I played. Once Monolith came out, I jumped into carry a lot more. Because I felt like from learning the support role so well, I could do better on carry from that point. And then from there, I started kind of playing everything, but I prefer playing like carry or support as long as I can get my decker.
Okay.
I guess I've main Revenant, Wraith, and Sevarog, and my most preferred roles were carry, support, and jungle. Now they might be the same in Fault. Depends on the reworks. If you fuck up my Revenant, I swear to God. But
Was
yeah.
that a direct threat to SMS that I just heard?
No. What threat? What do you mean? Sylphin, I
It
see
was
you.
a very direct.
I can smell you,
Okay.
Sylphin.
But yeah, no shade. I think, and I'm sure they will make a great job with the reworks. Revenant definitely need some kind of nerf. As for Wraith as well, because he could always play both mid lane and carry. He could hyper carry at any time with almost any item. And of course, it was broken. The cards were broken as well. They weren't helping either. So I guess the system and the character was kind of broken, but I think, and I know that SMS will do the right thing. Like, no cap. I am not even
That's definitely
Yeah,
I
a
have a
benefit
lot of
that
faith
we
in them.
have here with
Like,
SMS is that
zero
they listen
worries.
to so much community feedback on everything that they do. I mean,
It's incredible.
I'm not worried about that stuff with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was definitely one of the main things that Paragon lacked, was just listening to the community.
It was frustrating. I think the worst answer they ever gave was when something was so clearly broken and they just said working as intended. That's what's supposed to happen.
Bruh.
And everyone's just like, what?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm sure you all know who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. It was frustrating. Working as
Multiple
intended.
Good
past
times,
journals.
good times.
Good memories.
Multiple
Yeah.
past journals. I have ranted about the old community corners because they technically listened. They just
So bad.
didn't.
They
just
listened. They
didn't
heard what we
respond
said.
properly.
No. They
yeah.
heard,
hear.
but they didn't listen.
No.
Well, it's
That
also
was,
one of those things where just because they're the people who listen to the community, but in bigger businesses like that,
Yeah.
it's
also very true.
They have to then repeat it on to the higher ups, and if the higher ups are like, nah, then
Yeah, but that's the problem. Obviously, the higher ups had no idea about what to do in the game. They had almost it's as if they didn't even see the game. They didn't even see gameplay of it. They've never played it. That's the problem.
One of those
Higher
balance
ups
patches, you
almost
could
never
you
play
could
the
believe
game.
it. Yeah.
I agree.
And that's one of the biggest problems of gaming communities nowadays
Yeah.
and games in general.
And
So-
even
Yeah, definitely that
'cause
disconnect.
always
Yeah.
hear the excuse of, well, the numbers show this, and
Yeah, exactly.
we have the whiteboard with the statistics, guys. Like, no, you guys are wrong. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, and
Well,
saying
not
that the
everybody heard-
newcomers know better, like, look guys, this percentage of newcomers say that is not like how you say, and I think we'll keep it like this. I'm like, bro, fam,
No, I
no.
will say there is a little bit of truth to that, because obviously your experiences are only your experiences, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes the loudest group is sometimes the minority. So there is some truth to that, but in Paragon's case, it was a very clear example of
Oh yeah.
just not listening to the community whatsoever. Because there should be some give and take there. Like if you have the numbers and they're like, oh, well, it says they're wrong, but here let's kind of try to meet them in the middle, because clearly something is wrong.
Well, and also too, like, I think the fact that, because I need to fact check 100%, but I was pretty sure at a certain point, like, either someone quit or was fired and was replaced by someone who could, like,
Yep,
who
Steve
had like
Superville.
a really
Yes.
good pass with monetization of like phone games and stuff. And so the fact that that was a priority before any kind of even ranked system, I think really shows what was guiding a lot of Epic's decisions.
So let me say this: that man's name is Donald Mustard, who took over, who was used to do mobile games. I lived like 100 feet away from that man. I could have stopped him if I knew what kind of monster he was going to become. I could have done something, but I didn't. I just had to cross paths with him once. The whole butterfly effect thing. Sneeze on him. I don't know. But now we have the monster that we know now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But arguably, we might have a better game now, so you never know.
See, that's the truth. Paragon gave us all a lot of heartache, but to be honest, it was under Epic's control, so it didn't really seem like it was going anywhere good. It just kind of kept getting worse and worse. And no matter how much the community were outraged, nothing was being done about it. So for all the heartbreak that Paragon has taken us through, it has now brought us to this moment where we have Fault that are in the hands of a very capable team, and I think it's all worth it in the end.
Mhm.
I agree.
I mean, I honestly feel like because MOBA is a very competitive genre, that the biggest problem Paragon had is that they were trying to make it, fit in with the
Yeah.
mass amount of people like they did with Fortnite, which,
Yeah.
obviously they were very successful with Fortnite. But, games like League and stuff like that, they were trying to make this Paragon so casual that they couldn't get those players that played League and played Smite and played Dota to come over because they started turning it into such a TDM like game.
Yeah.
I just realized for all this to go full circle, they're gonna have to cancel Fortnite at some point and release the assets, and then SMS are gonna cancel Fault and then start remaking a Fortnite game. That's how we come full
No.
circle in all this.
Let's not
How
that.
do you know this?
Do that.
Fortnite
Did you
auto.
not
Full Battle
follow
Royale
it?
confirmed.
I feel like he works for Epic.
Bringing us down from the inside.
Mhm.
Got
Mm,
the
Dun,
deets.
dun.
Lick. Oops.
Norweginator, Epic developer.
Dude,
Confirmed.
Camelot, can I? I'm pretty sure this might not be the right place for it, but I'm pretty sure you and me randomly queued up back in the
We did.
Paragon days.
We did.
We did.
Because
Yeah.
I
was-
recognized your name the moment I saw it.
what a small world we all live in.
Well, in the last months, what do you want from the servers?
Mhm.
Like, the queue times were
Oh, this was back
massive.
This was
back in
forever
Paragon.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was like I think
This
Legacy.
was
Oh,
like
Legacy, okay.
Paragon.
Yeah, we just randomly queued, we just played together, we queued up, and then never talked to each other again. Little did we know we'd come back here.
Yep.
Let me hear.
Epic
It's a
killed my
true
motivation
romance.
so much I never saw Terra. Like they were
Oh,
after
yeah.
they announced that the game being shut down, like I tried to keep playing it, but I just couldn't because I knew
I lasted a week.
Yeah, I wanted to give up, but my
Yeah.
girlfriend kept insisting on playing.
You want to know what I
So
remember?
of course I did.
Want to know what I remember about Paragon? Version 42 came out.
Yeah.
Iggy became
I
my
remember
main.
after the tournament, all the pro players were playing it, and they just had the goofiest smiles because they're all looking at each other like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember version 42 came out. Iggy and Scorch became the one and only character I played for about 2 weeks. And then he got patched. My apologies. And then I stopped playing. And I don't think I played the game again. I don't even think I made it to version 43, to be honest.
Yeah, because that was when Swole and I went to stay with Stranger at his house in Newfoundland. We were super stoked. We brought our PS4 and Swole's laptop. We were all set up. We downloaded the update. We woke up, and I took a video of Stranger's reaction, 15 minutes after looking around, and I said, "So what do you think, man?" Didn't respond for 10 seconds. All you hear is, "It's all right."
All right, I think you got to post that on the Fault Hub Network Discord. I think we all have to see that.
A relic.
I'll try and find it.
I don't know if that's all I recorded though, but
We had some good times.
yeah,
That was
it was a fun time.
That was a good year.
So
2017.
just to bring it back to Fault, the one thing I loved that Fault is doing is where we just said the community feedback was heard but not listened to. With Epic Games, with Strange Matter Studios, they have been doing a clear job right from the beginning that they want to make this game for the community, in a sense, and you see it every day, really, that they're listening to the community. And I think I think that alone is going to be the reason they're successful with Fault, let alone all the other stuff they're doing on top of that.
Yeah, Angels in chat reminding us of Deathcrawler Grux. Anyone remember that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was beautiful.
What? The
Hey.
nightmare? Yeah, I kept having it for like 2 months. I don't know what
Oh
that was.
my gosh, that's one of those cases where that should have been shot off immediately, right? But
Yeah,
it's so
absolutely.
long.
Just because I see it in the chat there, Norweginator, why are you known as Keith Lemon?
Keith Lemon, you know what? Jacka and Balix bully me and give me different names. I am not a part of it. It's them. But
I mean, you gave yourself a name one time, but that's not TOS, so I'm not bringing that up.
No one
yeah.
remembers that. That's not a thing that
We
happened.
all remember that.
I mean,
Yes, I do.
I can't name
Who
myself.
knows?
I was there for that.
I cannot. I want that on the record. I don't have the ability to name myself or rename myself. That is all.
But you wished for it, and I was like, yeah, sure, fam.
See, you just heard it. Drake admitted to it. That's him.
I mean,
That's all
I
him.
didn't submit to it. I was like, the man wants a new name. It doesn't matter what the new name is.
Jacka, I want to see all those logs deleted. No, I'll pay you good money.
I'm gonna screenshot right now. Nobody can stop me.
I mean, it's true. It's true. I am a Keith Lemon lookalike. That is my profession by day and night.
Your profession, aye. Cool.
Yep.
Do you hold
So
like
Keith
webcam
Lemon,
sessions too, or?
Yeah, I'll take any money. No, I'm not as funny as he is, but I do have the mustache and the kind of the hair. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So I just want to move into the second topic of the Act 2 there, and it is leniency. So on the topic of leniency, it could be controversial. I don't think it will be, but it could be. So just keep that in mind when you're answering these questions. What do the mods? Are some mods more lenient than others? Let's start with that.
No, I'm a tyrant.
I mean, I would probably say yes, just because some people have different views of things that can be seen as wrong than others. I mean, I can say myself, I was a lot more lenient on the things that people said until when I actually said this in one of our moderator chats one time. I said, remind yourself, if you're questioning if it should be deleted or not, what would Sylphin say? Because there was one time I let something go and Sylphin got on to me about it, and I was like, oh crap. And ever since then, every time I see something, I have to think about it and be like, would Sylphin tell me to get rid of this?
I got a question. So, you know the saying, would you say that to your grandmother?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna
like that. Would you?
It's the exact same principle.
Would you say that in a conversation with Sylphin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think there's a little bit of varying differences, but it's very small because we have general guidelines that we adhere to. There's stuff that I've also like let slip myself. You know, sometimes you're not quite like in the headspace, and you kind of miss a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have like a general guideline that we have to stick by. So it's all pretty much the same, I feel.
Yeah, for the most part, we're all pretty much the same amount of lenience. Like, we don't mind the occasional troll. Like, we'll interact with them, but the minute they take it too far, that's where like, look.
Yeah, there's a line.
Last night, I was like, okay, how do I time out this man? And before I could figure that out, someone already ban-hammered him.
I put that ban quick.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like when it comes to that, you know, Ryan has said many times that he feels like he has a very good group of moderators here because, you know, he doesn't really have to get on to us about things. We all kind of, you know, work together on everything. And there have been situations where, you know, if somebody didn't know whether or not to get rid of it, they've asked in the moderator chat if we should or not. So.
Yeah, I think people say that I'm one of the most, if not the most lenient moderator. I can see how they can see that, but yeah, you know, it's what they say, fam. I'm not saying this for myself.
You've brainwashed them. That's the only logical
conclusion. Basically. But I am a lenient mod, that's for sure. though there is a difference between leniency and knowing what is wrong and what is right, you know, like you've said earlier, like would you say something like that to Sylphan? For example, there is one close friend of mine named McDonald's Skills in general chat.
Oh Lord.
And
You heard it here, a close friend, guys.
he's
That is not canon.
a fun lad. He is fun. He
Galaxy
jokes
Cat, I want to see
around.
the progress.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. To say the least, I would say. But sometimes he can go and take things too far, like absolutely too far. Even he's joking all the time. He doesn't want to hurt anyone, you know, but he's doing it intentionally, obviously. And sometimes I just think it's just to like joke with me and make me stressed out or annoyed or whatever. Anyway, he has received a lot of passes from me, and as a result, in his latest how should I say this? Fuck ups, I would say. He got timed out for a whole week.
Mandrake, he said the F word.
A whole
Yeah, this is like the 4th time now. Sorry, I'm kind
What
of.
happened to what would Sylphan do? Because Sylphan would not use
Look,
that word.
this is not a Discord, fam. I want to point out that this is not a Discord. This is a.
You're out of here, Drake. It's over. That was it.
I feel like
I'm
Drake
cancelled.
gets
I am
privileges
cancelled.
though. He gets like 5 free F words.
It-
You know what I mean?
Anyway,
It's 'cause
but
he's
yeah,
a
he got
robot.
timed out for a whole week, and
it's the way
seems
Jester programmed him.
it's yeah. Anyway, and it seemed like he calmed down. Like there is an obvious difference in his behavior.
He came back a different person. He had seen the
Yes,
light.
yes, he did. It's like he stayed in solitary confinement. I don't know. It seemed a little bit traumatizing for him to not be in the general chat and make jokes all day. I think he
shaking,
felt
staring
a
at the
little bit
computer
hurt, I would say, and he's a better person now overall. I think.
And I just wanted to say there, guys, for anyone that knows who we are talking about, especially, I just want to directly say this to McDonald's, aka Galaxy Cat. If you are listening, we're just of course joking around. Please don't take any kind of please don't take any kind of offense. I'm pretty confident he won't because of who he is, and since I've talked to him a few times, but I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, and by the way, when I said close friend, I was joking. Like he's not. A close friend.
That's the part. That's the part you're joking about.
Yeah, I wanted to like make that clear.
He's like, I'm not joking about nothing else except for the friend part.
Yeah.
So I guess with that being said, what's your guys' biggest pet peeve when it comes to moderation?
For me, it's the fact that I'm very new to Discord as a whole. So in the beginning, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't really know how it worked at all. I'm not very big on social media in general. So there's some technical challenges for me, but Drake always came through for me and helped me out.
I think for most of us, I feel like I can say this with confidence that for most of us, it's kind of when we have to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over, especially like during the.
I actually don't mind that.
Well, mainly during the alpha times, which you'll get there. But like during holiday access, no, I'm just saying like during holiday access,
I'm joking.
that whole time it would literally be like the last message said was like, how do I get into the game right now? And then we'd answer it, and then right underneath our answer, someone would ask the same exact question, and then start adding us because we didn't respond to them because we had literally responded to it.
It happens
above
even
it.
now. It happens even like I think it happened today.
It's happened a few times to me as well. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can assume it's even worse when like traffic's at its highest.
Yeah,
Yes,
like that's when it was crazy because it was like we were having to avoid answering better questions, like postpone it to answer the really simple question. And it got to the point where like I know myself, Drake, and Agorian, we started just copying and pasting the same thing over and over. Like, here you go. Here's the same exact response we just gave the guy 2 messages above you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It gets a
I've
little
done-
bit repetitive, I might say, but I don't mind doing it. Like, it's just someone that is like excited, like, oh my god, I can play Paragon again.
Yeah,
you know.
and I don't mind it either. It's just that would be the biggest pet peeve to me. I mean, Like I said, I don't mind it.
Yeah, and trolls, I might say, that enter just for fun.
Oh,
and
yeah, the
don't
trolls.
have anything better to do with their life, I guess.
That's the one. Yeah, no. So when it comes to repeating stuff, I've spent so much time as either working customer service or sales that it's just there. But yeah, no. Actually, it's not even the trolls. Trolls are easy because if they cross the line, you ban them or ignore them and they go away. It's the
Yeah.
people that come in with these arguments that are just so like unfounded on like there's just nothing there, right? And no
I
matter
would say
how many,
misinformation.
Now that you say that,
Yes.
yeah, no matter how many
That
people
is-
will explain things in a calm and rational way and be like, "Hey, guy, you might be missing the point here. There's nothing gets through." And
Yeah.
you can't ban them or anything. You just have to sit there and hope that people stop responding. But of course they don't because it's fun.
Yeah,
And,
DB, we don't talk about Daryl, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that there now.
Who
Uh,
said that?
When
No, Daryl.
In the
Daryl's
Twitch chat,
Daryl
Timmy
is never going to be discussed again after I'm finished this sentence ever.
But
the Faultarian Journal.
I agree with that actually. Like people coming in the chat and saying like, especially when they come in and try to say things to rile people up when like the whole overprime stuff happened. Like
Yeah.
that stuff is actually extremely frustrating because it's hard to
Yeah.
get people to, back off because people are so passionate. There's people who are passionate about overprime, people who are passionate about fault. And, if they're not like, yeah, they're coming at each other, but at the same time, as long as they're keeping it somewhat civil, it's like, what more can we do but try to force them to go to DMs and then time them out?
Yeah.
But then more people will join into the discussion right after. So,
By the way, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was answering something in chat. Jack asked.
Yeah, Drake. I was gonna say you should get in the Discord right now. Gabriel, I think, is making fun of your accents, and I think you gotta have some words back.
ooh.
Is there a problem, Gabriel? RR.
Do we need to mod someone? Do we need to delete some accounts here?
Hammer?
Oh,
Hammer in chat? Ah, shit.
I even heard his keyboard typing.
That was fast.
My man,
You are a
went insane on
bad
the
man,
keyboard.
Drake. This is why you're a bot.
Oh,
This is exactly why they call you a. Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey, man,
yo,
it's
that
I'm
moderator's
passing this
bill,
out
man.
Deadly.
first.
I was waiting to
So-
hear. Oh, who is it? Okay, he's
Cancelled.
gone. Okay.
You want to know
Just
something
slam in the
funny though?
background.
So back during the alphas and stuff, Drake, Agorian, and I, we used to sit there and see like who could answer the person the fastest. Like we would do that crap all the time.
I still do. I see. I'll start typing something, and 10 seconds later, I'm almost done, and then comes that dreaded
seconds.
message: Drake is typing. It's over. I'm done. I just start deleting. I don't even try. I'm just done. It's over.
Oof.
Something that I was kind of interested. Just I don't know. This kind of stuff's kind of interesting to me. Are there ever times where maybe you're like you don't have to give like specific examples and stuff, but are there ever times where you're having conversations with maybe someone from the community or someone who's learning about something, and it gets you kind of heated, and you have to literally go for a walk before you respond because, or do you usually stay pretty cool and calm and you don't need to like chill out. You can just be like, okay, and
I
just
think for me personally, I think it's like if I can't remember a time ever getting heated with somebody in chat. I mean, I can remember times where like I didn't want to respond to something because I felt like it was idiotic to respond to. But I mean, most of the time I was always like in a Discord call with a Gorian or something, so we would just talk about it right then and there and be like, what is this
Yes,
person
it's
talking
nice.
about?
It's nice to vent.
It's nice
with
to
someone.
have someone to sit there and talk to real quick.
cool.
Yeah, I will say when I was in a junior mod, I definitely had those. I mean, not walk away, but I definitely had those heated moments. But something happens when
Because
Well,
obviously
Jack
you can't respond with like you fucking moron. Like
Yeah.
you need to, so you
the
can
Jack
control
of
that
the
pretty
God bestowed upon me the title of junior mod, and everything just changed. My whole demeanor changed. I became a different person. I have not gotten heated since.
Yeah. I would say that I have a lot of patience for people who come in and just stir shit up and are trying to
McDonald's
like
skills.
have like no, not McDonald's. Like he's like like the low tier of trolls. But some people are just
Ooh,
coming in.
that's a painful
Yeah.
thing to call
I mean,
someone.
Yeah,
That's
like
oof.
For me, I guess it's a lot easier for me too because I'm an assistant manager at a Dunkin', so like I have to sit there and I've literally sat there and had people sitting there in the lobby looking at me, cussing at my face, and I have to sit there and stay completely calm and just be like, "I'm sorry about that, man," while they're sitting there cussing up, telling me I'm a fucking idiot and blah blah blah.
You get customer service brain.
So
It's
yeah,
like a switch.
so I basically go into that mode when I'm in the chat because I'm like I'm a moderator, I can't say that stuff, so I go into customer service mode and I'm just like, "Yup, you're
Yeah.
right."
Right.
Like, except for the fact that the customer's not always right when you're a moderator.
yeah.
So-
Whatever. Just in general.
Like
Retail humbles you, man. Retail humbles you.
Oh yeah.
true. Like Norweginator said earlier, some people just join and just don't want to understand your point of view, even if theirs is totally, absolutely wrong. They are most of the time misinformed. So it's either they really believe what they've read on Reddit, like
Which
in
is
the
sad.
Paragon subreddit or whatever, or they really are searching for a discussion, like a heated discussions, and they want to mislead the community. When I see that, I take a step back. I'm like, nah, this is not happening. I talk to the guy. I'm telling him, bro, stop. I'm trying to explain. I don't get heated. But if he continues, sorry, mute or even kick or ban. Like, you don't do this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody is just trying to tell you, responsibly, calm. Like, bro, you're wrong. This is not how it is. This is how it is, And they're like, no, I hate this studio. This is not
We
okay for the
legitimately have
game.
people coming in telling us that the sky is actually purple, and we have to argue with that. That's what it's
Mhm.
like.
So yeah.
So
We spent 5 hours last night and
Yeah.
a banhammer. Like that's all you need to know.
Zuku
Yeah,
tried.
I had
so
to
hard.
exit. I really had to exit last night because I know what you're talking about. I was at the start of the conversation with Winter, and I had to go. Like it was like 2 a.m. I was stunned. I couldn't do anything, and I was like, Zuko, please, please come
Oh,
help.
God.
And Armadinan was in League of Legends, and I was taking him in the mod chat, and he was like, yeah, fam, I'm watching the chat. And he was like, he was not in the chat though.
He was watching, but he wasn't doing anything. He was like, "He's got this."
Yeah, I
Can
got
I-
this.
can I
fam.
just
That's all we
say,
need.
on the flip sides, though, actually, some of the most rewarding moments I've had as a junior mod is those kind of exact same people that come in with those kind of discussions or arguments. I've had a few instances where I noticed that because these were like during busy times, right? And they kind of sneak in there and start up
Yes, they
shit.
do.
I've had more than one instance where I've taken it to DMs and I've kind of just I slowed down the conversation, so they're not getting bombarded by 10 people, because sometimes that helps. You slow down the conversation, you talk to them, and after the end of the day, he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. My bad. I'll stop causing drama in general chats." So it can go either way. It can either be really frustrating, or sometimes it can be really rewarding.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I feel like, I mean, if we're going into rewarding things as moderators, when you actually did help somebody, like it felt very rewarding. And I mean, like,
Yeah, and they
I mean,
say
for example,
thanks,
during
thank you,
yeah, like during holiday access, there were people who were having troubles getting into the game, and I was able to solve it, and that was rewarding. I mean, hell, during holiday access, I went out and bought a shit ton of keys and gave them out to people and all that shit, just because there were people, like, I gave them out to the people who I felt really could use it. People who I saw they had been asking, not constantly, but like consistently, like, when can I get this game, because I don't have the money right now, when will it be free, blah blah. And like, so I was going out and I was buying those people keys. I gave Drake a key because I was like,
yes, he did.
of all people, Drake deserves a freaking key. Like,
That's
Like,
very, very.
especially because
generous of you.
I had the same
I dropped,
problem
like,
with the PC, and I was like,
$200
nah,
on
I
keys.
won't buy one because I can't play, and I will be like mad because it won't work, And I saw Camelot going in chat, being like choosing, his targets to share the keys with. And he finally asked, I don't know where. Mod chat?
we were talking in mod chat. Somebody had asked who all had a chance to play, and I was like, oh, I played like 3 or 4 games. Agorian said he had played around the same, and then Drake goes, I haven't played any because I don't have a key. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You don't have a key? So I went out and bought him a key because I was like, that's not right. Like, you're sitting here helping all these other people. How's it fair for you to not have a key? I mean,
it was a generous giveaway. Thank you.
All right, chat. Here's today's life lesson for you. It's coming at you fast. You ready? Be like Camelot Reborn. That's very generous.
I could say I
It's
spent about $200 on keys during holiday access.
That's that's actually
Poggers.
taking
Let's
direct
have some
action.
poggers in the chat.
All those
Poggers
people
in the chats.
that I gave
Yeah,
the
that's
keys
huge.
to, they all have master packs now. So
No, seriously, you are taking direct action to help grow the community, and that is very sweet of you.
Guys, I just had a quick question there while you guys were talking. Have you guys grown as mods? Like, is there any skills you have developed as a mod that you would like to share with us?
I know how to work Discord now, and I'm very proud of that. I don't feel like a boomer anymore.
I can ban people. I still don't know how to time people out, so I don't even say can't even say
Okay,
that.
I don't know everything. You're right. I don't know how to time people out either, but yes, I know how to ban people.
I think you can you can type like /help, and the bot will give you like all the commands you need.
See, this is why you're the bot, Drake. You know everything. It's all up there.
he's a
Just
bot.
saying.
He's a
Speaks
bot.
bot, so he knows how to interact with the bots.
Jester.
he
Jester
integrates with them when we're not looking.
See, Jester made Butler bot and Drake bot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was here when it
Butler and
happened.
Drake. You heard it here, fans. But yeah, I don't know. New skills. Obviously, customer service, patience.
Yeah.
What else? Maybe for me at least, because English is my second language. At least written,
Which
have
you
improved.
would never know.
Hold
Reading
up.
your chat
Hold
log.
I mean,
up.
well, honestly,
You learned English off a Discord server.
I can.
Oh,
if
no,
I'm being
no, of course I
completely
didn't,
honest
but-
with you,
Oh, okay.
Drake's actual like speaking of English over voice chat is a lot better now than it was when he first became a moderator. Like back when I used to talk to him, like it's a
I
lot
agree.
better. Because he used to
all
go
about the
off and
experience.
he would say something and he'd be like, and I mean, like trying to think of the word, whereas now it seems like he doesn't really have to think of the word as much anymore. So,
Yes, I feel like I've improved a bit, but usually I don't really join voice chats because I tend to stutter a lot, and that makes
No,
me
you sound
stutter
great.
even more. Now, yeah,
fantastic.
I've stayed in chat with Soki and some other testers. I've had my fun.
Yeah, Jester's been
and
working
that
hard
helped.
on you.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, no. And what did I want to say before? With the English written, yeah, I have gotten better. I love to write it professionally. Like I would write to like a businessman, because people deserve respect. I want to give them and offer respect. You can't actually let other people know that you're respecting them over text. Sorry. If you don't actually use the necessary words for it. Like in a voice chat, you can talk respectfully while not using the needed words, you can automatically sound respectful if you're respecting the person. Like you want to show that respect,
Yeah.
But in a text where people can understand almost anything from what you type, I've chosen that I should and like to talk respectfully with the necessary words and all the things I need. I want everybody to feel respected. If they respect me, why shouldn't I respect them?
Yeah, I meant what I said before. You sound incredibly professional. Your English is fantastic. Better than mine.
Listening to you talk, Drake, is just very cathartic. I don't know. I feel like you're just gonna take care of things. And it's very,
I actually don't know what cathartic means.
like
Word of the
comforting.
day.
Cathartic
Okay.
is like comforting.
Yeah, I actually didn't know what lenient means until I didn't even know it existed before Jaka mentioned it. I think it was Jaka. I don't remember.
It was
Or
probably
Ryan.
Chester.
Oh no! It was it
Put the
was just
programming in you.
no. It really was just in the general chat, I think, or fresher, just or fresher. And I was like, lenient. What did I do now? And I searched on Google, and I found out what lenient means. So yeah, new words every
Drake.
day, I guess.
My wife just texted me. She's listening in, and she said, "Yeah, she never would have guessed that this was your second language from reading your chats."
Yes, I agree. My written is very good because I've had, as a kid, I've had these extra lessons for English, It's not like I needed them. I liked it, because I was aware that English was a well-spoken language around the world. And I would need it whatever I would do in the future, Like,
You're
it's
not
a
wrong.
prerequisite,
Yeah,
So I was like, yeah, sure, extra lessons, why not? And I
that's great.
kept going, and I like English, and why not? Yeah, here I am.
So
Awesome.
I feel like I'm the only one talking. Like, I don't know.
You had a lot to
Sorry,
share, man. It's
sorry,
That's
great.
all right, that's
Camelot.
all right.
Sorry,
Look
Zuko.
at chat. Everyone's eating it up. They love you, Drake. You're their hero.
That's right.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, I don't even know what to really say that I've learned the most as a mod. I mean, I guess kind of following guidelines of the server a little bit more. Like, I don't know, because most of the stuff as being a moderator is kind of the same as being in management in real life.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
feel
kind
that,
of
yeah.
it's kind of something I already knew.
It's a good refresher, I'll
Yeah.
say. If you've worked in any sort of
Yeah.
profession where you're dealing with customers or sales or anything.
Yeah. Guys, so I just want to ask you on the topic of teamwork there. As mods, do you guys ever spend the time to work together? And when you guys do work together, how do you do so? Like, do you ever send out the mod army, for example?
I think when we know, because at least from my experience as a junior mod, there was a couple of announcements where I get to know like a day before, and they kind of bring everyone together and say, "Hey, this is what's going down. Ask any questions you need. Any questions that you think you might receive, and be ready for this tomorrow at this time."
I know a big thing about teamwork that we've done as moderators is because we all kind of have different time zones of where so and so will be home. So especially during the alpha time frames, like we'd be like, all right, Drake, you got this during the day, and then Drake's like, hey, I gotta go to the store real quick. Anybody on? Can you come tag in real quick? And we would literally take shifts basically of all right, who's moderating the chat right now. So
like, we don't have a schedule, we just tag in and out
hey,
whenever.
I gotta go to the store real quick.
Yeah,
I'm going to bed. Anybody gonna be able to hop in? So
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's it on that. So I just want to talk next on the gamer and modding balance. So you guys did mention it before with the holiday access. How do you guys balance being a gamer but also being a mod, especially when early access launches, for example? How are you guys gonna manage to play the game day one?
I don't think we'll play for the first week.
Yes,
wanna
I
think about
don't
it.
imagine
I don't.
myself playing in the first week.
I think I'll just say something really offensive so that they'll have to
I
ban me as
know-
a mod.
I know I can honestly say during those alpha time frames and such, Agorian and I, every game I played was with Agorian practically.
Speak of the devil.
I would
Speak
be
of the
like,
devil.
hey, Drake, Agorian and I are gonna go hop into a game real quick. You mind moderating? And then if Drake wasn't on, Agorian and I'd pull out our laptops real quick, set them off to the side so that we'd sit there and we'd be able to look at our laptops and respond to stuff while playing. So Agorian would be like, hey, Cam, I'm going to go back real quick so I can go respond to this person. And I mean, that's basically what we did during the alphas.
So I can't speak on this topic specifically because I haven't been a mod during any of these times. But I have a feeling most of my gameplay in the beginning will be me testing the game before EA.
Probably.
And then whenever chat calms down from launch,
Mm-hmm.
I will have time to actually play the game because I know I should be starting work up next week, so I definitely won't be no-lifing anymore.
Is Fresher in the chat?
unfortunately.
Fresher,
Well,
bring the patch notes, please.
I think the most exciting thing about this time coming up with early access, the servers are going to be up 24/7. I mean, the game starts, it's up. So there's not
Yes.
a sort of urgency of, oh, we only have a week, you know. So I think we're all really excited to just help build up the community, answer questions, get as many people out there on the battlefield as possible. When things slow down, we'll definitely step in there and show them who's the real boss.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Those are some big talk coming from you, Norweginator.
Dude, I'm ranked 73. Come at me, Zuko.
I'm gonna be honest. There's a game that I have recording of where I went against Norweginator and his family. He did pretty good, to say the least.
Well,
he did
like
pretty good.
18, 1 and 12 or something.
No, he didn't do that good. You don't give yourself that much praise.
Oh, I've had games where I went higher than that, but that was
Oh,
a steal,
boy.
so I don't know if it counts.
Yeah, you were steal. You were steal for this game. But yeah, you did pretty good.
I got like a 40 KDA on one of my games with steal.
Ooh. You're pretty good. You're pretty good. So I just wanted to ask the question there now because it was a heavily requested question. Who is everyone's favorite tester?
Are we what are we answering here, folks?
Yeah,
We
I
try-
got this one. I got this one friend. His name is Robert. He tested.
Honestly, I'm just gonna say now that I don't exactly remember what his name is, but there's one person that when I look on the leaderboards, he is in the master division.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that guy is my
Yeah, I
favorite
know.
tester.
Let's all give some love to Faded Rend. He knows what's up. You know what? I want to see some testers in chat right now fighting for our love.
I need to see who's in chat before I say what I have to
see
say.
who's in chat. You know what, Britick? I see Britick. So far, it looks like Britick's all of our favorites.
I feel like Burdick is the only tester in here right now. I believe the rest of them kind of.
That's it.
Done.
Britick's our favorites.
Battle over confirmed.
Empty's
favorite.
playing Spite. So
yeah.
just
Empty. What
know
the
our
hell,
favorites.
fam?
I will
Definitely not
actually be
empty.
honest with my answer. My answer is actually Burdick because I have been a subscriber to Burdick for I don't even know how long. I think when I went on his stream the last time, it was like almost 4 years of being subscribed to him on Twitch. Like, I used to be the biggest Burdick fanboy. Like, I remember there was one time I was in chat and he started answering questions I was asking, and I was like fangirling over it. Like, so Burdick is my favorite tester because I watch all of his videos, all that shit. Like and he's also the one who got me interested in Fault, in Core, and all that stuff. So
I agree, man.
Nice
Britick
confession.
work to grow this community. Shout outs to Britick, but also shout outs to Cross Polymer. He's in here fighting for our love too.
He said that he's a nobody, but I would not be so sure about that.
Actually, I just want to when it comes to Cross, just because obviously Britick's awesome. But when it comes to Cross, I asked him first time I ever spoke to him. I asked him, "Hey, what is Path to Exile?" And he sent me this huge
Path of Exile. I love that game, bro.
Huge, full on dissertation on what Path to Exile was, and I unfortunately never played the game.
It's a great game.
Well, you should go play it. It's free.
But what I really loved about Cross is how he literally didn't know who I was, and he immediately
Who are you?
He immediately he immediately just answered my question, and that for me was really important. As just a fan of Fault, like I wanted to get to know the Fault community, everything from the testers, the founders, the general public, so on and so forth. The mods, of course, too. And Cross gave me that opportunity. I wanted to thank him for that. So thank you. And I also have to
for Cross.
I of course have to shout out Reverb, Empty, and Sockcap, as they were the first 3 testers to ever give me any kind of support. And Britick,
all good
Heard it
testers
here, folks.
But
Soki,
clearly
where are you?
Britick wins. He even got crosses votes.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Britick,
but-
so, like,
Britick wins by default. Like that's just how it is.
on,
He's British.
on a,
you know what
on
I
a
mean?
serious note, Britick by far
So,
my favorite.
so who
tester,
is our
and
favorite tester outside of Britick? Is that the
Zuko.
true question?
That is the true question.
Zuko's
By
my
default,
favorite.
we have
Then
to ask
it's
that.
Zuko, obviously.
Yeah, Zuko.
Obviously,
Aw.
Zuko. Yeah, no contest.
Y'all,
It's Zuko.
y'all are too nice.
But I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, all the moderators are testers, so I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm totally.
Except Norweginator. He's
Whoa,
he's-
whoa!
yeah,
You don't gotta call me-
Norweginator is the only
We're in front
one.
of a live audience. No need to call me out.
Yeah.
I want to look cool.
Mhm.
Hey man, you're the one who came in the Discord one day. It's like, look, Zuku, I'm a junior mod too, and I had to put you in your place.
Well, guess
I got
what? I get to
slapped
have
out so
access to the
fast.
game, and you don't.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's fine.
Y'all are mean to me. I'm just trying to be like the cool kids, and I just constantly get slapped around and bullied.
Mhm.
Hey, I can bring up what you said in that audio chat, Jacko.
That never happened. Let's move on. Hey, if you guys aren't already, head over to Britick HD's channel. He will always keep you up to date on Fault News.
Absolutely. 100%.
See how I just immediately just changed subjects there? Brilliant.
Wow, you should be like a moderator on Britick stream or something.
Dude, Britick, give me that mula mula.
So I just wanted to
What
ask.
Mulan? There's no money in it. I promise you that.
Shh, we have people watching. I want to seem cool.
I did just want to ask you guys, where did you guys all get your gamer tags from?
Mine is really complicated. Let me break it down for you. You ever seen the movie Terminator?
No.
Yes.
All right.
Of course.
What's
All right, so
Terminator?
there's this guy called Arnold Whoosawhatsits. He's a Terminator. All right. Now, have you guys ever heard of country Norway?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't exist.
Yes.
All right. Now, so get this: you put Norwegian and Terminator together.
Wow.
Yeah.
My mind is blown.
Right.
Mine's
This
pretty
is
much
actually
as
wow.
basic as that. So
See, I
I
thought you
like-
were from Norway, but sorry.
That's what I thought too.
so Zuku came from. So
Wait,
I,
did I ask you a question? If I'm from Norway, I am 100% Norwegian bred, born and raised.
Anyway, back to Zuko.
There I have it.
yeah, just like cut me off there.
I don't want
when
any
I
questions.
when I first made it, it was like I had just got my first like PS3 and everything, so I was like super young. I was a big fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Mm.
Now on Netflix,
Still
go watch
be a
it.
big fan.
Beautiful
Yes.
show.
Did
Yes,
you ever
I-
watch the second series, whatever it's called?
Korra,
I have
Legend of
not
Korra?
watched Korra.
it is
I-
worth Zuku. It is worth.
Is it worth? I keep hearing
I
mixed
think it's
results.
Yeah, mixed. I hear mixed as well. I'm not. I don't want to
Anyway,
ruin Avatar.
those who have seen Atla know of Zuko, the angsty firebender that has the biggest character development in TV history.
True.
Fact.
So I took his name, and then there was an edgy ninja in Naruto called Zaku, and I'm like, you know what? This man is edgy. I like his name, so I took Zuko, and Zaku, and I made Zuku. And the 35 was because everything has to be at least 6 characters. So I'm like, random number, go. And I ran with it until Twitch was like, hey, you can't have it. And then
Def-
I can't even find. There's no Zuku 35 on Twitch. It just says it's not allowed. I'm like, well, screw you, Twitch.
I feel like
My
the
channel gets
35.
deleted now.
It's got to be a subconscious thing.
I guess.
35's got to come from somewhere.
So
What about you, Cam?
For me, I'm a huge nerd when it comes to history. I'm a history nerd, and I was obsessed with King Arthur, stuff like that. And I also played Dark Age of Camelot as well. And so that is where it came from, was my name, basically how the Kingdom of Camelot was destroyed, Camelot _reborn. So
exciting.
Alright. Well, for me, first of all, I want to say that it has no relation to the rapper. Okay,
you
so
sure?
absolutely yes, I am 100 absolutely
For
percent
some
sure.
reason, I just don't believe you.
For some
You
reason.
can believe
Show us
whatever
the
you want,
Tootsie
fam.
Slimer
Every time I join any match in any game, Drake,
You the
can you
rapper?
sing a song to me, fam? I'm like, Drake, the real Drake. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Actually, it is a reference to the dragon, the type of dragon.
Oh.
I, in Chinese zodiac, I am actually a dragon sign. And a metal dragon, anyway. And I just found out that some dragons are drakes. I like the name. I found out they look cool as well. And I was like, fuck yeah, sure, Drake.
That's pretty cool.
Awesome. So
Nice.
I also want to ask Steven Chandler, why did you guys pick your names?
Chandler, why do you go first?
Well,
What's the goal with your name, dude?
well, my name came from my personal fitness Instagram.
Because what was it before? You have another
Shameless
one.
plug.
What do you mean? What was it before?
Was it Steak Addict?
Oh yeah, it was Steak Addict before GottaGetSwole.
Yeah.
You know, it gets people prepared for what they're dealing with, which
Yeah.
isn't much.
It's the grind.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to say something real quick. So, I told the people in the mod chat about this. So, my original gamer tag used to be Lil D Manny. So, and I wanted to tell that story. So, my first name, and you guys are gonna find this hilarious, and it's gonna cause some memes because I said it in the mod chat. My first name is Daryl. So when y'all
Yeah.
made that whole meme about everything,
Oh,
I was
boy.
like, why do people keep saying my name all the time? Like, what the hell?
We were excited about you.
And then Manny was just because that's what my grandparents called me, and my parents made that gamer tag up for me back when I was like 6 or 7 years old, playing all the time. So I just use that all the time, and I'm glad I don't use it anymore because everybody thought that I was a little kid using that.
So when it comes to my name there, I actually created my name way back when I was 8 years old. So that's when I created my first PS3 account, was when I was 8. And I used to play this game when I was 8 where we just like kind of like cops and robbers, but I used to go into my backyard, which was a woods, with a couple of my friends. We used to give ourselves code names, and some of us used to pretend we were spies and the other people were villains. And I always used to give myself the code name Stranger, where my other friend used to give the code name Mysterio. So then I ended up making that my name, my gamer tag, and I've had it ever since.
Well, I get Stranger, but why I'm Stranger? Where'd that come from?
Because that's who he is.
Because it meant to sound.
It's always an introduction.
Yeah, it meant to
It's the
sound.
2015.
It meant to be like, "Hi, my name is Stranger," is what it meant to be. But I really like the play on
That's the
words. So I can
friendliest
also,
stranger I've ever met.
and also, I really like the play on words of how it used to be. I'm also stranger than you are. I'm weirder than you. You know.
Yeah.
Right. No, he actually
yeah.
has short-term memory
It's
loss,
actually
and he
nice.
has to remind himself. I'm stranger. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My name, so EssayRead, is actually inspired by my uncle, who lives in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. He's like 40 something now, but when he was my age, he was in like his early 20s, he would make really edgy folk music in my grandparents' basement, and his name was Darren Francis Reed, but he always went by DF Reed, and I always thought that was the coolest shit. So EssayRead is actually like my musician name, and I was trying to think of a name. I was like, I can't bite a style. I can't just like pick so my full name is Stephen Arthur Reed, and I was like, man, it'd be so cool if I was S.A. Reed too. Like that would be fucking awesome. But I can't just like bite his style like that. And then I thought about it because I'm a sociology major, and I was writing a ton of papers at the time. And like I had to get back to an essay, and I was like, well, what if that had something to do with writing essays? And then I just like kept saying it back to myself, S.A. Reed, Stephen Arthur Reed. And I was like, hey, what if it was essay read, like you're reading an essay? Because a lot of my music is very verbose and very abstract and there's a lot to it. So I kind of just went with that. So I mean, it's technically my initials, but it's like 2 different words, and yeah, so that's where EssayRead comes from.
I think that wins. In my opinion, that wins.
boys! Hell
Yeah, 100% win.
Yes. Agorian, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, Agorian.
Everybody, please welcome
Oh.
Agorian.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have another mod for you. His name is the Agorian. Agorian, please
Let's see all those
introduce
Twitch
yourself.
subscribers for Agorian.
One of the
What's up,
first.
guys?
Agorian.
How's everyone doing? What's up? Can I be heard? Am I heard?
Yes,
Yeah.
you are.
I'm gonna
Barely.
make I'm gonna make you a bit louder. You're a bit quiet, but that's all right. We'll turn you up a
I'm
bit.
in my car.
Yeah. Oh, you're much better now. So Agorian, where did your name come from?
Well, honestly, I was looking for something to have for a good name to stream and like have other pages and stuff like that for social media and everything. And I was a really big fan of Paragon, and when all the remakes started coming around and Fault started happening, I started making my new accounts, and I wanted to come up with something that sounded good. So I took the land we used to fight in, Agora, and decided to be a being from it,
Awesome.
essentially.
Sounds good to me. Yeah, and Agorian,
There's not much to it.
how did you become a mod?
Basically, I just spent countless hours talking in chat with people and answering questions and kind of just doing the same thing that I do, as a mod by just repeating the same thing over and over to everyone so that anyone who was coming in had the information they wanted correctly. And, I got reached out to by Ryan, and he asked if I wanted to become a junior mod, continue doing what I was doing, and kind of take the load off of some of the teams so that way they could continue what they were doing. And that started the mod process anyway.
Awesome. And guys, we're gonna call that the end of Act 2. And we're gonna be
Hey,
going in.
Arma's here.
Is Arma
Why,
here?
hello.
Oh my!
Why,
Before we
hello.
go,
I just rolled
Right at
in.
the end.
the grandfather
Armadillo
of
has
the
joined the
mods.
chat.
What's up? What's up?
Arma, Mr. OG.
Armadillo. How did you become a mod, and where did you get your name from?
Okay, well, that's actually pretty simple. So, my name's actually, I play Magic the Gathering card game competitively and stuff. So, my local game store actually, she couldn't spell my first name for some reason. She always would accidentally misspell it, so she just made up a name. So she just said armadillo as like an armadillo, and so it's just stuck like that. And then, this mod, I was one of the first people in the Discord when they first went public, and I just kind of learned all the information. And I saw Jester was trying to answer people's questions as fast as possible, so I just started answering them because like he'd come in and have to type like a paragraph answering like 5-10 people at once.
Yeah.
So I just started answering them back to back because I was like, hey man, I actually read the Discord. You know what I'm saying? So after that, it kind of spiraled into becoming a mod. Like when they first started, it was crazy because like you guys now have like alpha chat and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
When they first started, it was just like general chat, your announcements, and like your general stuff above it. But that was really it. So as soon as I became a mod and a tester, like that Discord grows by like 50 channels.
Yeah, I would say it did.
It's obnoxious. Yeah, you're right. Everyone does grow in the same exact way, man.
Yeah. Thank you for that introduction. I'd love to give you guys more introduction, but that is the end of Act 2, and we're going to go into Act 3 there, guys. In between Act 2 and Act 3, we always take a 10-minute break, because believe it or not, talking for 2 hours makes your throat a lot drier than you would expect. So we always take a 10-minute break, and so please don't go away, and stay tuned.
I mean,
I can talk still.
I was gonna say they can ask questions and stuff. We can answer.
For a while.
Yeah,
We're doing a little question and answer right now.
Chat,
Ranger, you go.
go ahead.
I'm gonna
Q&A for
go-
Armadillo and the Agorian.
I mean, or just for anybody in general.
Or anybody, yeah.
Wow, Drake.
Just
What?
leaving everybody else out.
Nobody else answers a question. Get it? Drake said.
So the
Everyone
rest,
shut the hell up.
rest of us can just leave the chat. All right.
I thought the hosts were gonna, take a break. I don't know.
I might
All
give
right,
you
Arma,
possession.
since you're the grandfather, you take over.
You guys
Start interviewing
That's
us.
fine.
You guys want to run it for 5 minutes there?
That's
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
Well, we were
can
just
answer
saying
whatever
you can go
questions you
take a
guys wanna
break and
give,
we'll
Sounds
do a
good.
Q&A while you're doing that.
Yeah, go
Sounds
ahead.
good.
Bro.
Just ruin the whole show while you're gone.
I believe in you.
Burn it to the ground.
All right,
Arma
go on
just
ahead.
ban people.
There's the first question. It's for Drake.
How's college, Drake?
And on
It's
that
hard.
same note,
It
ruining the
is.
show. You're also on the Fault Hub Network. Remember, I gotta put that in there.
Yeah, it's not fun. I would say. I've got my big exams soon, so I hope I'll do well.
Still in school right now? That's tough.
Yeah, first year university.
Cammy with the sauce. So Cammy with the sauce asked, "What games have you guys been playing while Fault is still under wraps?" Right now, I'm kind of playing a lot of Apex, and then also been playing Dark Age of Camelot a little bit, but mainly Apex. Whenever I have the time to play, I'm playing Apex.
Personally, I don't think I've actually really played a lot of games. But me and my wife try to play Monster Hunter World every now and then.
Yeah, I've been bouncing around. Like I played Crucible for a little bit until that got real boring, real quick, and then
Didn't stick.
didn't stick. Playing League for a little bit, just trying to get better at that game. Even though I'm terrible.
Yeah, it's our stream now.
But but yeah, just mostly little things. Like I'm not trying to get invested too much in the game right now, just because I know once it starts happening, once I get really back into playing, I'm not gonna want to stop. So
I guess I've played like Minecraft, I guess, with
Oh
mods.
my god.
Yeah, bro, I'm desperate. I don't know what to do anymore. I legit
Try
I don't know.
Apex.
I feel it.
I've played Smite, the PTS, with Cthulhu. He's one of my favorite gods. He's also a bit overpowered, but
Can you give me an
what
honest
can you do?
opinion on this, Drake? Is it worth it at all to even try Smite for the first time to kind
no,
of hold
no.
it off until?
If you didn't play before, please, I beg you, do not try the game.
Especially-
It's that kind of toxic game where you think it's fun, but
For a
you
second.
actually have so bad of a time in it.
Yeah.
So bad of a time. If you play seriously, if you play for the roles, then yeah, sure, you can play. But if you're trying to play like seriously, professionally, you're trying to get better, no, just don't. There are some and a lot of just overpowered characters that they don't want to nerf them. Like
What are they?
I
Like
can
good skin sellers?
I have no idea. Not even. I don't know. They just have favorites, and they've said
Huh.
in a live stream like a while ago that they actually will not nerf one of them. I forgot which one it was, because they like it as it is now, but it's broken. I can name Hercules. I can name Arthur. Actually has been nerfed with the
Did they-
item.
Did
One
they
of the
actually
items.
nerf him? Okay.
Yes,
it's like
they did.
Dead by Daylight with behavior. Just we're doing
Yeah.
great, guys. Everything's
Bellona
going great.
is a nightmare. Bacchus as a support can instantly kill almost anyone.
He's disgusting.
And yeah, a lot more that have pluses and minuses, but these ones on the top of my head are the worst.
yeah, when I was playing
Yes.
Smite for a little bit, like I didn't.
Yeah,
even touch the
like
5v5,
Kami
bro.
said in the chat, it's fun until your Aegis doesn't pop. There are a lot of bugs, lots of bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not a good time if you want to play it like seriously.
Yeah, if I ever touched Smite, it was literally I'm playing Joust or I'm playing Arena. I'm not
Yeah,
touching
I
the
only
5v5,
played Joust
bro.
or Arena.
Yeah.
What a shame. What a shame. Hey, Stranger's gonna be back in a couple minutes. I say we talk about him while he can't hear us. How's that sound?
Oh man, that stranger guy.
That's that. What a stranger.
kind
What
of
a
strange.
He's
strange
kind of
fellow.
strange to me.
Yeah.
Any other questions? We're still in here.
Actually, let's.
Drake, you
uh,
got a question?
Of course I do. I've got a question for Arma. How
Ooh.
did you hear about Fault?
Oh
How did you get
man!
involved?
All right, we're gonna hit the plug. All right, guys, you ready for this? I don't know if anybody in the community's heard of Britick HD,
Oh, I brought him up earlier.
Braydick, where are you?
but it's your boy put up a video.
It's live now. He's not.
Yeah, he
listening
actually
anymore.
just went live, by the way. But yeah, no, he put up a video about Fault and like the day one that it went live, and I like watched the video for like a minute and was just like, I'm gonna join this Discord, and so I did, and then here I am.
That's basically. I basically went up and hyped up Burdick earlier, so.
Yeah, I think Britick brought most of us together. He has
Yeah.
done so much for the community.
Yep,
Poggers for him.
Hey
he's
guys,
a very big community figure.
been 5
He's
minutes.
back.
So let me do this intro right quick.
The stranger.
Okay, right. I'm gonna turn down my mic. Hey, what a flippity flop though! This is Stranger or Big Moose, and we're here at Faultarian Journal number 9, aka the Mod Stream, and we're here joined with special guests Armadillon, Agorian, Zuku, Norweginator, Drake, and Camelot, as well as always GottaGetSwole and EssayRead. Guys, this is our first time on the Fault Hub Network channel, and it's going to stay here. Thank you for everyone that's tuned in so far, and we're going to continue. And we're going to have a Q&A session at the end, so please get your questions ready, as that section is going to come. And guys, if you guys didn't know, Fault Hub Network currently has a giveaway for 2 Fault Master Packs for when the early access launches. We'll get that link there in the Twitch chat for you, so that you know how to enter. Anywho.
Stranger, I fucking love you.
Hey, Stranger, I got a question for you, brother.
Hypest man ever.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, Stranger man. How many times do you breathe during that? Like, what's the average?
Yeah.
You're saying like 2, 3? Like,
I think
I feel like
you're
you can
kinda
get it in one breath if you try hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
I got big lungs.
You're a swimmer?
Sure.
He swims in the 2 liters of water he drinks beforehand.
Yeah. Now you just take a big breath and you just talk. No. You don't breathe during that. You can't breathe during intros. you just
He's
hope
raining.
Breathe at all. You cease breathing.
Yeah.
The man's
Hey,
training.
afterwards, his Apple Watch goes, breathe. Gotta remind him for a second.
Yourself had a pretty good question for us. What are your favorite plays of the game that you had in Paragon/Faults, character combo or otherwise?
I mean, I can start. I actually have 2. So one was with because I'm mostly a carry player, so we just decided to go Wraith Richter duo, and that was like the funniest game. Even though it was cancer. We lost the game, by the way, and it wasn't because like, hey, we did bad. It was because we were the only 2 on the team that had positive KD, with my Richter having 18 kills and me having 24. Everyone else was feeding their brains out, which is fine. It happens, right? But
Yeah.
we made them lane swap to our lane. We saw all their whole team in our lane because no one else could deal with us. We just couldn't join and like get objectives really well because no one else could go without dying. It was actually just kind of obnoxious, but it was just hook rewind, hook rewind, hook rewind. You're not getting away.
That is brutal.
Yeah. That's why rewind was so overpowered, because it was just like such a free thing, because it was a range displacement. It was just ridiculous. But besides from that, I posted this clip, I think, in general chat before, but I think it's my Seraph outplaying the Countess. Like, I just loved her Q, being able to just cancel out Countess's ultimate. So every time I possibly could, I just queued it and just laughed as she wasted an ability.
Do you think you can post that in the Fault Hub Network Discord?
I gotta find it. You gotta give me a second.
So
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and go into mine while he looks for that. So mine are all from Legacy Paragon. So the first one was once I started to get used to Muriel. I had a game where I had like 40 assists as Muriel, and it was because back when Tank Muriel was meta, and so there was towards end game we were deathballing mid lane, and their whole team came to stop us, and I just kept spamming shields over and over and over and over to where nobody on my team died, and we just like demolished. And there was one point where they had a tank Muriel on their team, and it was just us shielding over and over and over. And the fight lasted like 10 minutes of just our team sitting there fighting, while me and the other Muriel stayed alive, just sitting there shielding everybody. Like that shit was hilarious.
Cool.
Rick?
Mains. And how did we find them? I guess I just loved the Revenant vibe. I've tried him exactly when he came out. I had a lot of fun. I loved the cowboy, the demonic presence he had,
Yeah.
on the battlefield, because you would actually be scared of him in certain situations, because if you have used your ult correctly, you could have turned the battle like 100%. If you ulted the right guy, you could turn the battle around. And I get used to that eventually. I love the character design, I love the abilities. Even, yes, I agree, he was kind of OP, but that didn't stop me from playing him. Because I didn't build ability-based damage, I build
Playing like
crit,
carry.
because I am coming from a CSGO background, and my aim is worth something, and I was like, yeah, sure, crit. And yeah, I had a lot of fun, a lot of kills. My girlfriend, as I said before, was my support. We have a lot, and not a lot. How should I say this? Incredible chemistry together, which is incredibly nice.
That's awesome.
Like every time I would go too far in, she'd be like, "Nah, fam, you're too in." Yeah. Anyway, it was FaZe, I guess. And she played Muriel. She even played Zinx, I think, as support. Anyway, she did fine. Every time I had nothing to say to her. So we were almost, in my opinion, like one of the best duo stacks that there could be in Paragon, at least in the end. I don't know about Legacy. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with Revenant. I had a lot of fun with Sevarg, yeah. I played him a lot solo lane, not jungle. And I had my fun with him. I could say that he is my favorite jungler and solo laner. And Wraith as a mid laner, and carry again because he was kind of broken.
Nice. I got a story. I got two plays. One time I was playing as Sparrow, and I got pentakill on Or Prime, which is fantastic. I think I actually recorded that. I think I have that clip somewhere. And number two, it wasn't a play, but there was a certain time where I was playing with EssayRead, and we were playing as Decker and Sereth in the dual lane. And we were, for whatever reason, we were just unstoppable at this point. And this was when Sereth was at like her peak of goodness. Is not a very good word. Yeah, when she was at her peak skill. Yeah, and we ended up winning something crazy, like 10 games in a row. Which is nice.
So for me, actually mirroring exactly what Drake just said, me and my wife, shout outs to her, have horrible chemistry when we play together. And we absolutely get crushed every single time. But it's still a blast. I think my favorite memory is just having just a whole group together, and we're all just in comms, and we're all very passionate, and we're trying our best, even if some of we're at very different skill levels, all of us. But it's probably the most fun we've ever had as a group playing any game. And when we first turned on Fault during that second closed alpha, and we found that feeling again, oh, that was it. That's one of my favorite memories, is knowing that it's back.
Cool.
So I found this link. Where'd you want me to put it?
I think putting in the Fault hub, put it in the Discord. That'd be fun. People can go check it out.
100%.
All right, stranger, we did the questions. Go ahead with yours.
You guys want to hear some questions? Ooh, let's see what we got. So the first question I got there is, it's going to be about expectations. So that's the first topic we got for Act 3 there. So what are the expectations as a mod?
What do you mean by that? Like,
Be
as
our
our
moderators?
moderators?
Don't cuss people out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Yeah,
it.
basically.
I would like to add here, we don't have a lot of prerequisites or requirements or whatever. Like, we just got pulled out of the pool by Ryan or whoever else. They just spot us, on the
I claim
Yeah, I
three.
mean,
school of
we
fish.
just enjoyed
and,
helping people,
Yeah,
and
they hook us up.
Ryan threw us in.
Yeah.
I think it's more of what should I say?
Well, one big thing, like
Hmm,
it's really easy to like just say, "Hey, we're just members of the School of Fish," right? Because we're community members, just like everybody who's listening or will listen in the future. That's what we are at heart, right? But at the same time, like as soon as they decided that, hey, these guys they deserve the mod title, right? We get a lot more like insight to certain things, but we also get to kind of we're like the safeguarders of the community, at least as far as Discord is concerned, and Reddit, and so some social media. So like, we're not exactly super hard on you guys. If anyone who's in the Discord notices, we're pretty lax. We're not going to sit there and be like, "Don't talk about other projects" or anything like that. We don't care. Like, we're all here for the level Paragon, and we
yeah,
want
you
to find
can
the thing
talk.
at fault.
Just sometimes it gets very
As long as
toxic.
it doesn't get
that's all.
toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're literally just here to make sure that, hey, those toxic people like to come in and make bad jokes don't come in and ruin people's experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as of right now, we have nothing to do with the actual game itself. I feel like a lot of people have a misconception that moderators, like we actually can do stuff for the game. And in reality, we're just helping out in chat, answering your guys' questions, keeping chat civil and stuff like that.
I mean,
I
we
don't know-
kind of do.
I don't know if
because
they have something planned in the future for us in games and stuff. I
I
mean, yeah,
hope
there
they
have been
have.
times where, like, I remember during some alphas, Arma would be like, hey, so and so reported this bug. Would you be able to go out and look at it? And I'd be like, yeah, sure. And I would go in and I would go test the bug real quick in the game. But when it comes to actual gameplay and stuff like that, like we don't really, unless we're playing like a tester game, then that's different. But we don't actually get to make changes to the game and such like that. Who knows if later on they're gonna make us, be like, hey, can you start moderating reports and stuff like that? Who knows? But as of right now, we don't have that impact.
Yeah, we're mostly like safeguarding you guys. We do get to learn stuff. You know what I mean? Like ahead of you guys, because that's kind of our job. But at the same time, it's like we're not sitting there being like, all right, well, Bellica's 2/2. Let me go into the table and adjust the numbers. No,
Yeah.
none of that's us.
Only
We can
Junior mods
only
do that.
input our feedback, like
Yeah.
other testers.
Yep.
Yep.
Yourself said something really smart in the chat. There's a certain level of knowledge that you have to hit to be a mod, and that is pretty understandable.
It's true to an
It's
extent.
one of the few requirements you need to have. You have to have the patience. You have to show that you have the patience and the knowledge. From there, only experience is to be had.
But
I don't know.
what I can say is when it comes to that certain level of knowledge you have to be a mod, if we're referring to being a junior moderator, it's more so, you sit there, you listen in chat, and for example, for me, I was sitting there and I was watching the things that Arma, Platy, Drake, Agorian, and all of them were saying, and I was soaking in all that information so that I could repeat it, just like how Arma had said he was doing the same thing with Jester before there were any moderators.
Yeah.
I was doing that same thing. It's just like that. You're sitting there, you're soaking up that information, and then you're repeating it to try to help the other people, have an easier job. And once you get to become a moderator, then it gets a little bit more difficult because moderators can see a lot more things than junior moderators can see. So, it's definitely, to be a moderator, you have to know your stuff. Like, to be a junior moderator is just kind of soaking up the information, helping people out. But from my experience, I don't know how it was for other people, but for me personally, to become a moderator, like, I had to make sure I knew my stuff. And, I had to make sure everything I was saying was right. Even the brand new stuff, like the brand new announcements that were leaked and stuff like that, I had to immediately know my stuff on that stuff too. And I mean, that's my experience of that.
Nice.
Can I just say one thing about the gameplay that's going on in the background?
Oh boy,
Don't chase the way Stranger just did. Don't do that.
he's right.
Don't do
He's
that.
right.
That's not a good representation of how you play the game. All right.
We're
Don't do
getting
that.
live gameplay tips from
Flip-
Armadillo himself. Listen up, people.
In defense of Stranger, if you notice in the bottom right corner, that time down, yeah, that started at 24 hours. So my man's was
Oh,
streaming.
you sleepy, bro.
He was sleepy,
Bro.
man. You want to see the games he was playing at 2 hours left, bro? Now that's some
Actually,
that's some blooper reel shit.
anything under 2 hours, those games will never see the light of day.
Man,
those aren't
my
even
man
games.
was
been
roughing
bleeding.
Murdoch like a killer, my dude. It was nuts. One day I'll get the footage and I'll
No, you
I'll
won't.
declassify it.
I still want that footage with that you have of me, Stranger. I
Yeah,
still
but
need that.
I'm gonna put it to Norwegian. That was in the final 2 hours. You're never getting that footage.
Oh, come on. I want to see
You're
it.
never seeing it ever.
I
My-
was on his stream last time. He wound up.
Yeah, but that
queuing
wasn't
up with
final
me.
2 hours.
No, it wasn't final 2 hours. That was me killing it as Chimera and carrying your scrubby butt that kept overextending.
Ha! All right.
No.
I have a real question now.
Yeah.
Is it correct to say that Armadillo is the grandfather of the mods?
Yes,
He was the very first, yeah.
he was the OG mod.
The OG.
It was
Oh.
him, and then Jacka, and what'd you say? Heaven, then Platty,
Heaven and Platy were around the same time frame,
and then it was Agorian, then Drake, then me.
Yeah.
Or no,
Or
Agorian, Drake,
Shuey.
Shuey, then me. But if you're
Yeah.
talking about junior moderators, I was a junior mod, and then Shuey became a moderator.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. So as your seniors, have you guys ever learned anything or been taught anything in your mod experience from other mods, or was it just
Oh,
how
yeah.
they said stuff?
Are you meaning us younger moderators behind them?
Yeah, well, everyone, like as Armadillo said, he listened to
I
Justin.
know. I don't know if I should say this or not, but I guess it doesn't really matter anymore. Back before I was a junior moderator, back when I was helping people all the time, I was playing with Arma and Agorian, and Arma was like, "Hey, they're watching you to become a junior mod, so you better be a little careful on, make sure that you know what you're doing." So I mean, that kind of made me get into like how I had said the customer service mentality more.
Yeah.
Once that was said to me, I mean, other than that, it's kind of just been any knowledge that they had. When I was a junior mod, if I didn't know the answer to something, I always assumed Arma or somebody knew, so I'd go and ask them. I mean,
That's true.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
received help so many times. Special shout out to Drake ever since the beginning, who helped me figure out a lot of stuff. But pretty much everyone here has helped me in one way or another.
Yeah,
Nice.
I would say
I
the
can agree
same.
with that.
Very supportive community.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of you guys might not see me too often in general chat anymore because I switched jobs, so now I'm like a day job,
Yeah, I'm
and
the
I can only
same
come
way.
in at night. But when I first started, I was working till like 2 a.m. my time. So during the day, I just get up and I just sit in the Discord. So like I just sit there when anyone asks me questions, whatever, I was there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
A big thing about it is like it's making sure you remember maybe not everything, but mostly everything that's going to be coming up, because like there's going to be a lot of knowledge that you have about the game that like you got to make sure and keep straight because things are going to be changing so frequently.
Yeah.
Especially like a lot of you guys wasn't really like involved in like the super early testing, but they put out updates like constantly. Like
Oh,
things
yeah.
are changing about the game all the time. And that's one reason why so many people have like gravitated and stuck to this game, is because the developers put in work. Like these guys, like the
Work
first
their
alpha,
asses off.
I know for 100% fact that nobody on the founder team slept
Played.
that day. That first
Played
day
or
when things were really upset, like the servers were kind of wonky and stuff, they did not sleep until they fixed that crap.
Wow.
And they do that all the time. Like if there's something wrong or they need to push an update, they'll like nap, you know what I mean, for like an hour or two, but they're just gonna get it done.
Yeah, there's been times where I had to ask Jester a question, and Fresher was like, "Hey, Give him about an hour. He's taking a nap real quick.
Yeah.
Robots
Well,
have to sleep too. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it's not just how hard they work. It's that they're also good at what they do.
Yeah.
They do phenomenal work.
Oh, this
I
is a
hear ya.
Plague Doctor. Ugh. Gameplay
What?
with Plague Doctor.
You know what? I put this game on YouTube, and it is literally called critiquing my own gameplay because the gameplay is not good.
Strangers getting sensitive.
No. This isn't you. This is Plague Doctor itself. Like that aspect was a problem, and I'm
Yeah, it
glad that
was.
we have it fixed / got rid of it because it was a fucking problem.
Ain't that the truth?
It was.
Throw that you throw that shit on Greystone, and it was bad.
Oh, I remember that. Oh my gosh.
Titan Plague Doctor, you just run it down that lane. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
There's no
So,
stopping Greystone.
As long as it doesn't get into NDA or TOS or anything, have you guys ever had any issues as a mod? Like, have you guys? What am I trying to say? Have you guys ever made any mistakes as a mod on your journey in your experiences?
Definitely.
I know I have, yeah.
If
I mean-
you say you haven't, you're lying.
If you say you haven't, you're lying. I mean, I know back when I was, working up to junior mod, and even when I was a junior mod, there were times where I said something, and then immediately, like, I'd get a message from a Gorian or a message from Arma being like, "Hey, man, that's not exactly right. You need to, change what you said or delete it so that one of us can fix that." Like,
Yeah.
there's times where you don't relay the exact 100% correct answer.
I mean, I've made my fair share of mistakes, but I think the one that stuck out the most to me is when I got a response from Jester immediately. And I don't know what this was like when I first became a junior mod, and we were talking about another project. I won't name what it is, but you all know. And for some reason, I just forgot I was a junior mod for a second. I forgot I was representing anything, so I just kind of went off about my thoughts and my opinions. And then immediately Jester was there. I was like, no, can't do that.
That's kind of one of the touchy subjects. Is
Yeah.
us personally, we can talk about it, but it's kind of like we should try our best to refrain from it, because it looks worse on us because of how, like I said earlier, how people think that we actually have an impact on the gameplay. People actually think, I mean, we do have an impact as a community, obviously, but like, they see us as part of Strange Matter Studios.
Yes,
So us
we
going out there and being
represent
like,
them.
"Oh," so I'm not actually saying this is a quote, but us going out there and being like, "Oh, Overprime sucks ass," like, that makes us look bad. Like,
Yeah.
it makes SMS look bad.
Yeah.
And I made SMS look real bad. Not gonna lie.
Whenever people ask me about that, I'll say my personal preference is this, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
That's the customer service brain taking over.
I know. I had a
Yeah.
time frame in Gen Chat where I actually had a community member message me, telling me about how the thing that I said wasn't appropriate for a moderator to say. This is when I was a junior mod, and somebody was talking about the proper way to play Paragon or play Fault, and I responded with my actual opinion, and I said, in my opinion. But somebody then reminded me that as a junior mod or a moderator, people view you as somebody in SMS, saying that it's your opinion that the game should be played a certain way. That's kind of like telling people you need to play it that way or it doesn't matter, And that was one of the biggest mistakes I made, was I didn't realize that I had that kind of power in the community, I guess.
I've made some mistakes, but I've never been messaged like all y'all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. No, I get it. Everyone has their off days, and they say something that might be taken the wrong way. That's also just a context of writing something down. People can't hear your tone of voice or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And so some people can take stuff the wrong way.
That's my problem. I think everybody thinks I just hate everybody because, like,
You do.
I'm blunt. I am blunt. I'm not gonna deny it. I'll just say it how it is, and I know I need to like work on that, like in my real life, anyways. So I'm sure there's a bunch of people that just think I'm the tyrant. Like we all call Drake the tyrant, but I think they think Zuko over
No,
here
Drake-
is the tyrant.
Drake's the bot.
We need at least 2 tyrants to keep this train moving.
Oh, okay.
100%.
So you're good.
Yeah, like it's. That's not to say like we can't have personal opinions or anything, right? It's just like we just don't want you guys to get the wrong ideas when we're talking in Discord and saying and speaking on like behalf of certain things. Like we don't want you to think like this is me saying this as like an SMS employee or something like that. That's not really the case. That most of the time, like we're talking as like members of the community first until somebody comes up and like makes us have to enter the moderator mindset. A lot of us aren't really in the moderator mindset. You know what I mean? Because like we're also just fans of the game, so we're just here vibing with you guys and chilling. And like until that one guy pops in, then like we sometimes won't even think about that. We'll just be like, "Yeah, man, I agree," or blah blah blah, or talk about something that we're
and then you get a
passionate
DM
about.
like,
And,
"What the fuck? Why'd you say that?"
I mean, I don't know about that one. I ain't never got that one, but hey.
Yeah, I think what it boils down to is that when people are so excited for Fault News and they're hanging around Discord all day, and the only source of information coming out is from the mods on these slow days, right? So that's
sorry,
where kind of
sorry to interrupt real quick. Yourself, I'm pretty sure. He said, "Will there be master skins for heroes?"
We're looking at something along those lines, but I
Yeah,
think
they were looking at something for it.
Yeah, the master skins were not released in the assets, as far as I know, but they are working on a mastery system. Is that correct?
Yes, the crown system to be exact. So yeah, the master skins from Paragon were not released and will probably not be in Fault at the moment. I don't know if the team will create some other mastery skins, like another style or I don't know. But at the moment, they are working for early access on a crown system. We will probably have the crowns at least, maybe some skins on the way. Who knows? That's all we know at the moment.
Yeah, yourself. I don't think those Magma Master skins were ever released.
No, they weren't. They weren't
We
in real assets.
We will not be seeing those unless.
But luckily, we have a graphics artist on the team now, so.
Yeah, it's like we also can't like create those one for one. So whatever master skins you're gonna see, like if we do decide to go that route, don't expect it to be the magma like ones, right?
Yeah.
All right. So how about this? Every master skin becomes a summer bikini skin. Are we all on board for that?
Oh no!
And I had master skin for Crunch and Seraph, so as long as I get bikini for Crunch, I'm good.
That's all you need, right? We're good.
So I just want to ask you one more question before we get on to the Fault Love topic there. Is there anything you guys wish you could do more for SMS? Like, do you guys have goals beyond being a mod?
If only a Gorian was here right now. That's a perfect question for him.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna answer it for Agorian because I know his actual mindset on this. So Agorian wants to become a dev. Like it is like his passion. Like he's going to school, like he's working and then going to school outside of work to try to learn like everything, like all the coding stuff so that he can become a dev. Like he wants to be a dev so bad.
The man is determined.
Yeah, he's very determined to become a developer.
He will definitely like he'll drop in our like mod chat channel and be like, "Hey, Alea, can you look at this?"
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah,
and like
he'll ask the
get
devs for
input
help.
on like just programming, just random stuff in HTML, Python, and all these other programming languages.
Nice.
Like this man going hard.
Yeah, he is. Props to him.
I know me personally. I would definitely like to become a bigger part than what our current role is. I mean, even if it is just, once the game releases, us helping out with report investigations, stuff like that. Like, something a little bit extra to it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
First,
I mean,
first. Oh, go ahead, Drake.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I mean, I wish I'll get someday officially to officially work for the team and to be bigger and better than now, while also keeping this transparent, friendly relationship with the games community. I think it matters a lot how transparent we can be as moderators, because most of the people actually look up to us in what we do, in what we help them with. And for me to actually work with the team and get paid and actually do like something serious, it might be a long shot, but I'm willing to take it because I want to be in this domain. I want to be with Fault, with SMS.
I'm sorry, I'm watching this gameplay, and Stranger just had the worst miss on a thunk ever, and it hurts.
It's fine. It happens. Bad days, fam.
Happens to the best of us.
It's that camera angle, man. That old camera angle was kind of medium.
You're not wrong.
No,
Don't blame it on the camera angle.
I agree. Like I'd really want to really join the team like in a more official way. Now like I've always kind of viewed myself like, I don't know if you guys remember any of the old Epic videos, but like community coordinator has always been like the title that I've kind of wanted, whether it's with SMS or anything else. No, not Ryan's job, not at all. But it's just like a general thought process, right? Because like I love being here. I love the game, and I really am excited to see where it goes in the future. And I really like helping you guys out in general chat, and like kind of really, I guess, like communicating with the community in such a more like intimate way. So we'll see where it goes.
Cool. Yeah.
I want to hear Arma. I want to hear what he has to say.
That was me.
That was Arma.
Shit. Sorry.
What did you think it was?
Okay, so I saw Arma and Norweginator like freaking popping up on my screen. So I was like, wait.
Yeah, I think
like
Norweginator
I
has
said,
kind of background sounds.
like I
don't
said,
know.
I have a little bit of alcohol in me, so.
Is it really loud for you guys? So I have a lot of background noise coming through.
No, you don't. It's just I don't know why Discord
No,
just
yeah.
picks it up for no reason and makes your logo green. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little bit of fuzz. That's it. Just a small amount of fuzz, so your thing's constantly lit up.
Nothing serious. Don't
I apologize about that. Try to get.
No.
You're good,
It's
man.
all good. It's all good.
I just got confused.
So let's move on to some Fault love. So essentially, I just want to ask you guys, what do you love about Fault?
Ooh, that's a good question. Who wants to go first?
Entire thing.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
Everything about it.
I'm pretty sure all of us had a general love of Paragon at the beginning, and I mean that's what originally got us interested, all of us, in Fault. I know me personally, it was coming into the Fault Discord, seeing how transparent that they were with the community, and seeing that, especially once I became a moderator, all those extra channels and stuff you can see the work that they've been doing, and then Zuku knows, as being a tester, you get to see all the patches and the changes that they make. You see that they are actually working really hard on this product to make it a good product, to make it live up to what everybody wanted Paragon to be.
Yeah.
And that's what it is for me.
Yeah, I think all of us have answered this question inadvertently, and at least I have like 20 times during this whole time. We've said it like in 20 different ways why we love Faults. There's so many ways to say it, and there's so many things to love about it and be excited about.
You just let Muriel get away?
I know, it's a sliver of health. I heard. You know what? You're an aggressive Norbash Stranger. I like that. It's my playstyle too.
Now the big thing for me, right? Yeah, I loved Paragon, but I mean, I was very much attuned to the problems that the game had. I was very much like, okay, this card system, while it's unique and like cool as someone who comes from a playing card game background, but it's also not how you should play this kind of game. And and then like you could see like how, like, perfect example, right? The switch from Legacy to Monolith. A lot of people might not know this. I don't know how people actually paid attention to like the internal stuff that people who went to Epic talked about, that were allowed to talk about without breaking NDA. But on the switch between Legacy to Monolith, there was a middle map that everyone who went to Epic loved. They said, this is great. This is what we want the game to become. this map's amazing, has
then
such
they threw
cool
it in the
features.
trash.
And then they literally threw that into a blender and then crapped out Monolith. And that's
Guys.
fine, whatever. If that's how you feel, that's what you want to do about it, that's fine. But the general thought process you got to remember is that the map change was pretty much there to fix a problem that they had when they could have just fixed the problem. And that's a perfect example of what they constantly did. They constantly made big changes to avoid fixing small problems, like item card reworks and stuff like that.
Their
So-
solution to tank meta was a whole new map and system.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
Donald
And-
Musk's main goal was just to hear whatever the community was saying and then do the exact opposite and just see how it turns out. It was a social experiment all
Well,
along.
and I mean, it wasn't
but
even just that. I guess they took those big complaints like tank meta, and they were like, "Oh, well, this is our chance to go and make a whole new map and a whole new card system and all that other stuff." When literally all we asked for was balancing on the tank meta.
Let's just nerf the scaling on tanks. No, we need a whole new map, guys. We got
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
We heard what you
Grab the
We
asked.
need a new
items
card
now.
system and new graphics. I got you.
Yeah,
I
but they
think-
had the
I think it was-
data. They had the stats. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So they
think it's-
obviously knew.
What really sums up their
Of
way of
course, they
thinking.
obviously knew. They just wanted to do something different, like intentionally.
yeah, and that's fine. Like, I'm not like it's not a bad thing that they wanted to make these changes with the game, right? But you
Of
can
course.
tell that that things started really spiraling. Like,
Yeah.
once, I will say, I personally think the best time for playing Paragon back in the day was early Monolith, older card system. I think that was amazing. Now, there were some problems that they had to fix, like movement speed being too high and stuff like that, and that's fine. But it's like, at that point, I thought that was like, okay, you're pretty much in one of the best places you've been since I've started playing the game. So you should build upon this foundation. But then they just changed it with the 2 to 3 card system, right? And like all these big changes made you drop in player bases, blah blah blah. But all that stuff, we could see the writing on the wall by the people who really played the game super hard and like played it every day and could really see what was going on. And like Fault reminds me of the time where I was like at that early Monolith stage, right? Where I was like, man, this feels really good. This is a good foundation to build upon. And that's what it needed to be at the time of alphas, right? That's a perfect example of this is alpha testing, this foundation's fine, let's just do it and like keep going with it. And that's what I love about it, is that it captures the feeling for me, and it just keeps getting better every time I play it because there's so many more updates.
Yeah, between
Yeah.
December to February was just such a huge change, and everything was going in the right direction.
Well, the biggest
Absolutely.
the biggest change I saw in when it came to Alpha 3 weekend is, do you remember day 1 when the lighting of the game, for some reason the whole map was
Oh, yeah.
orange?
Oh yeah,
It broke and everything went orange, yeah.
Yeah, but like,
was that intentional or not?
No, it was not intentional.
It
Yeah.
was
Okay,
not.
I always wondered about that.
but I do know by day 3 it was fixed and the map looked 49 times better than it did day 1. And like,
Yes, they knew they did something wrong and they wanted to fix it and add something above. That's I think that's like the to-go strategy for these studios. They
Yeah, that's
add things. They really talk about. They discuss it before. When they are 100% sure they want to add it, they add it. When they make a mistake, they fix it in a record time. They don't sleep just to fix it and add something in surplus just to make like the guys, the community happy, you know.
yeah.
And I think that says a lot.
Like, okay, here's another perfect example of like communication, right? So everybody who played that alpha with Steel, with that passive, that was bonkers, right? Remember when he
Yes.
became unstoppable?
Yeah.
I
And
remember.
everyone hated it because he just walks through everyone.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't get to see it, but there was a lot of internal talk in the testers chat with Sylphin, with devs, talking about like, hey, like, how should we change this? This is bad. We need to fix it. We talked about that for like 2.5 days before we settle on something, and that's like, that happens a lot. A lot. Like a lot. The testing group has a lot of like time to really get to talk about things. Now, I'm not saying that we always have the largest impact, but we get to say, hey, this might not be a good idea before you guys even get to see it half the time. You know what I mean?
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
It's like our town hall meetings.
Yeah, exactly. Our town
Yeah,
halls
exactly.
are great.
Yeah. So, guys, I just want to move on to the insight topic there that we have for Act 3. So, the insight topic is, what can you guys tell us that is some cool info we may not know? The example I have is like, what would you guys talk about in a mod meeting, for example, without breaking NDA, of course?
Ooh.
Yeah.
The gist of mod meetings is that Ryan and Balix and Jacka talk to each other the whole time while we all kind of sit there in silence, like, what the fuck are they talking about? And then I stay quiet most of the time. Drake and Agorian talk. I mean, for the most part, like a good 10 minutes of it will be us actually talking about what we're supposed to talk about, and then we'll get off track talking about how much we love Fault. Like, not even joking. Like, we'll go off topic, like talking about how much we love the game, and then somebody will come in and be like, all right, guys, we were talking about this, and we're like, oh yeah, sorry, and then we'll hop back into it real quick.
Yeah.
A lot of times
Sometimes we'll
it's,
talk about
or
the
we'll talk
future of
about,
the Discord.
or we'll
I
talk about
guess.
how much we hate Drake, like just
Yeah.
stuff like that. I mean,
I get used to it. It's fine.
there's other times where, I mean, the last mod meeting I was at was when I got promoted to moderator. And it was so weird because literally we were just sitting in chat, we were all talking, and then Ryan and Jacka are like, all right, guys, we'll be right back real quick. We got to go talk about something. They disappear for like 10 minutes. They come back, and all I hear is Ryan say, I wonder if he'll notice. And everybody's just sitting there having a conversation. And then I look at chat, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? And I go in chat.
Something's wrong.
And I'm just in voice chat, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Because I was scrolling through the chats, because I was going to general chat, and I was like, why are there so many more chats? And I look over to the right, and I see my name's purple. And I just, in voice chat, I'm just like, what the fuck? And then everybody else is like, wait, what? And everybody's like, whoa, congratulations. And like, honestly, most of our mod chats get off topic because we talk about, the game, how much we love the game, or, we'll talk about something different. Like,
yeah,
we've had lore discussions, and we've had those lore discussions, and then someone will bring up a topic, and we'll just completely get off topic talking about that, and then someone has to come and suck us back in. But most of the mod meeting is just Jacka and Ryan talking to us.
Yeah, from my very limited experience, I mean, they're still very productive meetings. There's just so much that everyone wants to talk about because there's so many angles to attack this game from and things to work on, and everybody wants to see it be the best it can be.
Yeah, like a lot of our conversation is how to improve your guys' experience in the Discord and through our other social medias. Because like right now, right, you got to think about most of our current marketing is through Paragon players. So we'd like talk about how can we make this like the best experience for those guys first. How can they come to the Discord, find all the information they need? How can we lay out this so it makes sense so that if anyone feels like actually looking through the channels and reading, they can. But most of the time, they'll just ask in general chat.
Everything's very deliberate.
Yeah, like every single time that this Discord has been changed, we've had probably 2 meetings about it.
Yep.
About it before anything's been even touched.
That's cool, actually.
And like I said, there's a good 50 to 55 channels that you guys in general that are just like your normal general guys. You can't see. There's so many more things that happen in that Discord that you guys can't see.
I don't even see
it. And we have to.
That's one thing that definitely makes it tough on like Arma and I and Agorian and stuff, because like they said, they work day jobs now, whereas they used to work night jobs. And like for me, I work like 7 to 4 every day, and then I come home and I have family, dinner, all that stuff. So it's like I'm not on as much as I used to be anymore. And so then when I do log on and I see notifications in like all 55 chat rooms, I'm like, oh.
When I was first made a tester, like Jacka didn't even warn me. Like I sent him a message like 3 days before it happened, and I'm just like chilling at my like house, and I just look down at my phone and see I have like 20 Discord notifications.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what happened? So I go on my computer and I just see it's in this channel. So I click on it, and there's like 12 more channels that I have no idea existed before. I'm like, what happening? So I go and check my DMs. It's like, you're a tester now, bro. I'm like, what? It was the biggest like, hey, surprise.
Hey, stranger.
Yes.
Bro, you're not following the boy Sockap? What's wrong with you, man?
No, Sawcap wasn't following this channel. He made a little oopsie.
No, I'm
Yeah.
definitely following Sockap.
You better be.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Stranger gifts subs on Sawcap's channel like it's no one else's business.
I've never done that.
So is that not you?
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Although, listen, a lot of people want to be a tester, my dude. A lot of those applications have already been closed. But we'll if we need more, we'll let you guys know. But right now we have a decent amount.
Yeah.
And
I definitely know that for testers as of right now, Jacka has his own little crew, and then we have like the other testers. And I mean, honestly, I don't think any more will really be added because once early access starts, there's not really a need as much for them because then the community is basically the testers.
Yeah.
I
which
mean,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, the game is in very capable hands right now. They have testers with really high skill level.
we have a
who are
lot of
passionate about the
testers.
game. Yeah, and they all know what to look for. They have that absolutely covered.
Did you guys reveal the results from that hero poll? No, we didn't, and we
And I don't
probably
think we
will not.
How do they know
And-
about the hero poll?
Because it was on Twitter, buddy.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
boy.
was?
So no,
It was also in the Discord. And
Yeah, it's
everyone
also
was
in the
allowed
Discord,
to vote in
but
it.
most
Yeah.
likely we won't reveal it, and it's not because we want to hide any information from you or anything. It's mostly because like those numbers were help to help us like really decide like which direction we want to go for how soon you guys want to see certain characters, because we're trying to bring all the we're trying to bring all the Paragon characters back, right? But we know that there has to be like a rhyme or reason to it. And by getting you guys' input, we can see like, okay, well, the community really would like to see this, like Grux or Revenant, right?
Yeah.
So,
But
like it was just to gauge public interest to see like, okay, well, if we release this, you guys are gonna be good.
But it's not.
definitely
It didn't create the order for which they were going to be made in. It's one of many things that were being taken into consideration. So if we release that poll, people will expect the heroes in that order.
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah,
Accurate.
it's one of those things where it's what does the community want, but also what does the game need to properly balance the game. Like when you look at other games and the way that they release heroes, say
We can't release all the
a
carries.
character is
Yeah.
we can't release all the carries right away as much as we may want to,
So we can't.
Or-
I don't think it's a good idea to release that poll, or else we're setting up false expectations.
Yes, a mix of
exactly.
what's ready and what's wanted.
I
Yeah.
have something I want to say, but I don't know if I can say it in relation
Say
to
it.
all of
Probably not.
Message it in the chat.
Yeah.
Get in chat to me.
If you're
Yeah,
wondering,
send it
you
in
probably
chat.
can.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure it's NDA.
The chat of the call that we're in. Put it
But
in.
no.
Wait, no, fam.
Why would I go in there? Gonna put in the mod chat.
That works.
Yeah. If would Sylphin say it?
Yeah, would Sylphin be okay with you saying it? There you go.
Well, Pilfin leaks everything, so that's yes.
Yeah, like I think he might. Like that's
Sylphin's the man. You leave him alone.
You guys have to check out Strange Matter Studios Community Vault. We're getting those bikini skins that I asked for.
No.
Who the
so
hell
you-
did that? No.
Yep, send them in, guys. We got
Don't say
bikinis
that.
Everon so far.
Don't say
We're, we're
I figured, but I wasn't entirely sure.
yeah. Extra kimchi. My hat's off to you.
So,
beautiful. That's
I-
exactly what I was thinking.
I just got one final question. Actually, two final questions. I shouldn't say one.
That's so great. I'm sorry. I just looked at the vault.
Those little blush.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's kimchi. You've outdone yourself. Fantastic work.
So the second final question is, let's say early access is coming out tomorrow. you got told today or tonight. Early access is coming. The announcement for early access is coming out is tomorrow. What is the life of a mod on the day of an announcement?
Torment.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
something offensive so that they'll kick me, and I can't say.
You don't sleep that night. You call out at work the day before.
Yeah, so
It
like,
mostly depends, because like I know the last
Just
big
kidding,
announcement
Soki.
was the delay, and honestly, we thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it went. Like that day in the Discord, in my opinion, was not as crazy as I was expecting. Most people were pretty civil and understood. There was a couple people that were angry, but like after we talked them through it, they calmed down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I am not expecting this to be the case for early access, though. This will
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
a catastrophe on a whole another level than we
I mean,
had at
honestly,
Alpha.
I
at
think
Alpha
I think
15.
early access will be similar to the very first holiday access. In my opinion,
I would say
think-
even
Probably
bigger.
more.
I
or
wanna
it'll
say
probably
the
be
biggest
worse.
push.
But
I
I'm
wanna say
saying
this.
that's probably the closest thing to relate it to.
there's a reason why the chat is in permanent slow mode.
Yep.
And it's not
Yeah.
because we want to take,
Right.
not because we don't want to hear you guys say what you guys want to say every 10 seconds. That's not the case. It's so that it's easier for us to go into the settings and change that slow mode to a higher setting in like 3 seconds.
Wow.
Because on large days like Alpha 3, right? That chat exploded.
Yeah, I remember that.
Me, Drake, and freaking Agorian were staring at that chat, trying, like, going full speed ahead. I think I played 5 total games that whole alpha. Because-
Same, I think, even less, maybe.
Because I was just had to constantly be in chat. And in those games, I was playing with Agorian and Camelot, and if I died or if I was backing, I was in general chat answering questions.
Okay.
So, like, that, like, we understand that, hey, most likely, like, we got to be there for you guys. You guys are the important ones, right? So that's what we set aside playing the game, which kind of, makes us a little sad
Late
sometimes.
June, early July, Fabian.
Yeah, late
Yes.
June, early July is what you're looking for that. But yeah, so it's stressful because when you know, like, hey, this announcement is coming. It's a little stressful because you're like, all right, so I got to prepare for this chat and like 7 other chats to just be constant.
Customer service brain just has to take over your whole body at that point.
Yep.
I mean, it's also
Well-
fun though because I get to see everybody's like reactions and stuff to like certain things. Like last alpha, like the map change once it stopped being orange peel and started being like really like good lighting and like the foliage and the stuff that they added. Like once I saw those reactions, everyone was like, "That looks really good now that we can actually see it."
Yeah,
That's always really cool.
Fabian, right now we don't have an exact date. It's set to release around late June, early July, but you can wishlist it on Steam now to receive any future updates.
Stock said, indeed, yes.
And if you do wish list it on Steam, make sure you enter the PC giveaway because that's an extra entry.
That's right.
Nice.
The Faultarian Network has a giveaway for 2 master packs.
Yes, indeed, they have.
Go check their Twitter, go check their Discord. Well, you can see postings about it and how to enter.
Yeah, enter the giveaway, make those entries, get the points, have
Also-
bigger chances to win.
Also, make sure you're in the Discord because those announcements usually come up first before most of the other social media by like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you're really jonesing and you need that head start, make sure you're in the Discord.
So
Absolutely.
I got one final question, and that is there anything we haven't asked you guys that you wish we did or you would like to say?
I feel like we've covered so much, honestly.
There could be nothing.
Yes,
there could
we
be
did.
nothing. Yeah.
What about the chat?
What about the chat? Chat, is there anything that you wish we asked? Take your chance now.
Can you think of a game where the deck system would be good? Okay, so
Magic.
Actually,
Yeah, Magic.
no. So a big thing about the deck system, right, is I think it could be good in in a MOBA kind of environment if there was a game mode catered to it. Like, let's say, like Arena, or like maybe even
Yeah.
3v3 or something like that, where you have like a deck. You can have like a deck system because like you're not really too worried about really countering your opponents to like the extreme. You can be like, hey, I'm gonna buy these items, but I don't think ever in like a MOBA perspective you should ever set your items that you can buy before you enter the game.
Yeah, well, it created this weird thing where there were like 30 different builds you could do, right? And some of them were very powerful, but at most you could only counter 2 builds per deck, and so
Yeah.
you were just locked in, and the game was won based upon what deck you picked, and there was no way to sort of obviously if
no
everyone
counterplay.
skill level, but yeah, there's no counterplay. There's no way to make decisions to get ahead. You were
Yeah,
just
I really can see a game in which the deck system would be actually balanced and strategy inclined, I would say.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah, Hikari, Seraph. Seraph will be in Fault. All Paragon characters will be in Fault eventually. As the other mods said, we had a poll in which the community could vote. I don't think it has ended. Maybe it had. I mean, it has ended.
It
I don't
has
know.
ended.
Also,
Yeah.
Steris is my
Talk
baby.
Cap,
Keep your
we
hands
already
off.
answered that question.
Sock cap, bro.
We
You were
answered
never
it
absolutely.
already.
You have
You just weren't
rewind,
here.
Soki. Would you like to see an Arma mode where you hop in a lobby and forced to have a random character and it is only one lane map size?
Are you talking about ARAM? Because
Yeah,
I think
he
that
did
ARAM,
say
yeah.
ARAM.
Okay,
He said
so
ARM.
Omninaut, the founder of Strange Matter Studios, specifically talked about an ARAM mode.
So
Yes.
we've actually internally tested and played like a version of ARAM where we just turned off minions and just played it. Like it's not exactly like a new map or anything, but we just did it because we were bored and we wanted to try it.
Was it
But
fun?
it was interesting. But it's not like I'm not going to say that we are going to do it right now. I'm not going to say like I'm going to press a button and give you a new map with
It's
ARAM.
in the
It's
works, I
going
would
to
say.
be
It's
an
something
EA.
that we
I
have
can
we
say-
have thought about.
Ranked
have thought about
is the top priority before
Yeah.
you see anything.
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh, please, for the love of everything, just come out with ranked. I'm so excited
Ranked
to get
will come
sweaty.
out
At
during
the
early
end of early
access.
access.
Yeah, I mean during or at the end depends on how
Towards the
fast the
end.
devs can work. Did you guys talk about the aspect system? Will there be a rune-like system? What do we say about
I don't
that?
think they're gonna really
Rune-like system?
change. I don't
In
think
the
they're really
end.
gonna
Okay,
change the
so-
systems.
I will say this. This is what I'm allowed to tell you.
NDA.
Okay. So this is what you're getting from me. This is it. That system is being looked at. Okay. I will not tell you it's 100% rune system like League because we don't exactly want to copy League all the time. But I will say that the aspect system is being looked at. Same thing with favor. That's it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Is
juicy.
tower
That's what you all
damage
came here
higher?
for.
that was a juicy leak, I would say.
That's why
Uh,
you've
It's being
been
looked at.
3 hours.
Yeah, it's looked at. I think that's a good way to put it. Okay,
Yeah.
Fabian, is the tower damage getting higher in late game? Like in original, in the original, you could tank the tower late game easy.
So I know that from my perspective on it, from what I've heard, they have it scale according to like your armor and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it pierces armor now, right, Arma?
It doesn't exactly pierce armor. It ignores armor a little bit, but it's not like true damage or anything like that.
Well, yeah,
But it's
but you can't build full tank and just expect to take
I mean,
zero damage from it.
you won't take a lot of damage from it. Like, so here's the thing, right? If we make the towers do like percentage based health damage that ramps up as the game goes longer, the game will never end. You at some point in time in a MOBA, you have to not feel safe under a tower if
Mhm.
there's a tank that's ready to dive you. And if we get rid of that, then it's no longer
That's
the
where you
time of
get
games.
3 hours games.
yes.
But-
that's
But
where you get your legacy
like
gameplay.
Sock said, towers do still hurt you. I mean, it's not like other MOBAs where they're just tickling you. Like you will get an impact from diving a tower. You know,
Like,
you
I
won't
will-
be at full health afterwards. Like,
I will say, if you itemize 2 dive towers, if you itemize and build armor 2 dive towers, you can sit under there for a decent amount of time.
But
mean,
you
because
have to
you
commit
simply
to
went
that
out of
kind
your
of
way.
build.
You went out of your way to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
times ranked ETA late season 0, early season 1.
I can't tell you that exactly 100% because we got a
We
lot of
don't
stuff in the
know.
works.
It
But-
is a priority.
It's
That's
a
what we can
priority.
say.
They will not release the game out of early access without ranked mode. They have
Well,
already
Yeah,
said
I don't
that.
think they will.
They've already said that. It
Yes.
will not get out of early access without ranked mode being in the
Yeah.
game.
Now tell me the full hero release order? No.
No.
Yeah, sure.
Why?
Let's go
We got
with
Richter,
it.
Richter,
It's
Richter,
gonna,
then Richter.
it's gonna be let's say Revenant, Iggy,
If it actually ends up being
people
this,
who aren't even on the Trello.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now who it's gonna be. The first hero to come out is gonna be Ular. The second hero to come out is gonna be Drake, and the third hero to come out is gonna be Richter.
Oh.
I'm mostly
Great
excited for
hero.
Drake personally.
So
I'm
here,
very
here.
excited for the Drake
Trinity,
hero.
if you really want to like have like an insight and maybe even slightly idea of maybe what's going on with heroes, tune into Sylphan's streams
Yep.
because he talks to you
Yes,
guys about
that's the
heroes all the
best
time.
way.
And
Now, I'm
keep
not
an eye
saying
on
that's-
the Trello.
I'm not saying that's the order they're going to come out, but he literally openly talks about how to make abilities on these heroes and make their passives and what versions you want to see and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
And
obviously.
they're
if
usually
he-
a pretty good indicator of what people are working on.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Obviously, if he
Yeah,
works on them,
Sylphan streamed the other day.
it will like come out in the near future.
Yeah,
obviously.
He hasn't been he hasn't been streaming like a whole bunch, but if you go to his YouTube, he has those streams up on his YouTube, which you can watch. like he has Decker and Grux that he streamed. I think was the last one that he talked to the community about.
yeah, he talked about.
Fabian. Oh, sorry. You guys say first. What do you want to say?
I was just gonna say,
So, but
Sylphan talked about Grimmix last time, and it was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Grim
he did.
EXE,
Grim,
right?
yeah,
And then
yeah.
before that, it was Decker and Grux.
yeah.
Yes.
PS4 support. Is there PS4 going to be able to do crossplay? Okay, crossplay is hard, and I'm just going to answer this question now for everybody who's like really like. I know PS4 is a large thing, but I will tell you this: crossplay is going to be hard for one reason. We are going to balance for PC first. We are not going to go PS4. This is dummy overpowered because we have worse aim. Air quotes, right? I'm not saying everybody does, but that's like the general consensus, right? We're not going to sit there and go, hey, it works perfectly fine on PC, but we're going to make everything auto locks because PS4. So what I will tell you is that PS4 console stuff like that, we want to get to. We want to get you guys involved, but we want to make sure that the game is done as it can be, optimized, and really balanced enough before we bring it over to any console.
Yeah, wouldn't it essentially be like remaking the game to make it on a console?
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
I'm
only
curious.
thing is that they do have the basic code where it's kind of just editing the code, whereas before, when they were taking things from Paragon, they had to straight up make the code from scratch.
I see.
Yes,
Yeah.
he did Decker. He did Decker and Grux. I don't know how far he really got into it, but he did talk to you guys about Decker and Grux, and he's talked to about Grim EXE too.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you guys think about a system where, by default, your PC players are playing with PC players, console with
Like
console.
Call of Duty does.
Yeah, but then you can opt in. Like for example, you can play with a friend that's cross-platform.
Yeah, like
Like-
Call of Duty Modern Warfare does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
I haven't played, but yeah, what do you guys think about a system like that? But maybe not for ranked because that can get abused.
Yeah, not for ranked. I don't think that's a good idea. I think ranked should be locked PC versus PC, console versus console. There is no debate going about that, I hope.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. But yeah, just for just a
Pub.
quick match or whatever it's going to be called.
Yeah. For pubs, I don't see a problem with it, right? Because
Yeah, me neither,
all
yeah.
your big like air quotes good people who've been playing it like forever, who grind the game, who really learn their mechanics, once ranks out, isn't going to play pubs that often. So you're not going to sit there and run into tryhards in pubs because they want to get their rank on and really start fighting all of us internally. But the big thing about it is, like, I don't want to ever tell you this is not going to happen because I don't 100% know. But I will tell you that console is something we're working on. We want to get to. We really want to be able to give you guys that. Crossplay is up in the air at the moment.
Where's your teammate?
So a lot of internal conversations that have to happen to sort of figure out the best way to approach this.
I mean, times I don't. If crossplay is not enabled, then in my personal opinion, I don't see a point in doing ranked cross-platform because
Me neither.
there's a big advantage to playing on PC as compared to playing on PS4. And
Yeah, you could abuse the system where you go play with your
abuse the
PS4 friend.
system.
Yeah, and you just
But
can
you
play with
never
a group
know.
of PS4
The
players.
PS5 might shorten that gap enough that it might be viable.
Okay, so this one just real quick thing about ranked crossplay thought process going through my head is that while it would allow you guys to like get to play with friends that might not be playing it on PS4, which I understand is the whole generalized goal, but at one point, like, you got to look at design, right? There's a reason why Morgesh came out with all of her abilities being lock-ons that were important. There's reasons for that, and it's because they wanted to minimize any kind of advantage PC players got over PS4 players as far as
because you were
crossplay,
cross-platform.
because we were crossplay. And it's not something that we don't. That's not something we're going to focus on balancing the game around. If we end up doing crossplay, then we end up doing crossplay. But like, understand that we're not going to balance it in saying PS4 guys, you guys get a crutch, air quotes, right? We're not going to do that.
Like, for instance, in Paragon, there was aim assist, but as of right now, if you're playing with a controller, you don't have any sort of like aim adjustment helping you out when you're playing on a controller.
Yeah. Like, if you've played the game and tried to land a Muriel RMB on a moving target, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Have any mechanics been added to stop backdooring? There is backdoor protection.
If you don't
That's all
have
I can
minions
say
in
about
there,
that.
you basically tickle the towers. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. If you have no minions in there, you're not taking that tower. Unless, like, you're 55 minutes.
Especially not a core. That core will destroy you.
The core does a lot of damage.
Sevarog with 4k health, like 5-shot. Like, no joke.
Yeah. If you don't have minions in core and you try to walk up into that mess, it better be at 1%, because you might not even get to the core. What heroes are you looking forward to? Okay, well, I guess I'll go first since I read the question. Like I said, I'm a ADC main mostly. I'll play a little bit of jungle, but I'm most of the time an ADC main. My guy's already in there, Murdoch. That was my main, the only guy I mastered in Paragon. But I'm excited to see Revenant because, well, let's face it, he was just fun to play. It didn't matter if you were good with him or not. He was just fun to play. And then my baby Sparrow's is already here.
Ooh.
So
I'm looking
I would
forward
say
to Mori.
Morgesh, that's a nice choice. I would say, of course, Revenant, Master Team on 2 accounts. Yeah, what else do I have to say? Revenant, please.
Decker. That's it. I just want Decker.
Decker is a pretty famous choice in the community, so I think we'll see her soon.
Grux and Richter for Zoo.
Well, I think the problem is that if you were going to pick between Muriel and Narbash, I think 8 out of 10 times people would pick Narbash. So I think having another
In
support
the current meta, yes.
But personally, Richter, Howitzer, and Rampage. I think those are some of the funnest heroes.
I mean, Wraith
Yeah, I
was
think
fun,
so.
Palin. It's just his rewind ability was the best ability in the game by
One of the.
like a
Yes.
mile.
It was pretty disgusting, I have to admit.
Yeah.
I loved Wraith. I thought he was an amazing character, but he was broke as crap. And
Yeah, same.
understand his rewind will most likely, if it stays in his kit, will not be an ability that you can use. It most likely will be an alternate.
Wow.
I think I'm just excited for the prospect of having a Ryan Reynolds like character in Fault again.
Oh lord. Fuck yeah.
Can we get a
Ryan
Keanu
Reynolds,
Reeves
never
as a
mind.
playable character?
Yeah, Wraith is one of the most charismatic characters was in Paragon, I would say. He will most certainly come back with the same personality. I don't know if we will change the voice packs. If we are gonna record new ones, I have no idea. The higher ups know.
But I actually agree
they
with
will certainly keep the personality, of course.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Drake, though, when it comes to character design, like overall design, Revenant was the coolest.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is the coolest. Yeah.
It's just, I'll watch that trailer today and it still blows my mind. It gets me all giddy and excited.
Yeah.
Did you just make a pun?
I think he
But
did.
hey, that
Nice.
trailer was hot, and most of the reason it was hot was because of Marco Naylor's artwork. That man killed that trailer.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, what about
about
announcer voice packs? Yes, the team is actually thinking about the possibility of having multiple announcer packs. Of
Drake
course, they're
will be
gonna
one of
be
them.
monetized. It's unconfirmed.
It's being received positively in discussions, but
Yeah,
no,
by the like 3 people always cheering up for me. Yeah.
Drake will be one of the announcers, confirmed.
Drake will be the announcer.
Leak.
I'd pay for that. Not gonna lie.
So, guys, I think we're gonna get down to the last few questions. So, ask them there now, because we're getting close to the end. I think.
Yes, like a few minutes left. So
Yeah.
Drake
make it
will
worth it.
also be the Crunch voice line because he's a bot.
Drake is
It
dying,
makes the most
so he's
sense.
like, let's wrap this up, team.
I will say voice lines will probably
I'm
be
actually
done.
having fun, so it's fine.
Yeah.
If there's a very specific voice line for when Crunch kills McDonald's, I think Drake needs to voice that.
I would pay to do it.
You know, Drake, if McDonald's hears this, you're never not.
He's not
get
gonna
paid.
like you anymore.
Why? What do you mean? He's bound to make another mistake. I can just ban him next time. What do you mean?
Oh.
Like you're acting like I can do anything about
I
it.
hope Jack is not in
Very
here still.
happy.
What do you mean? What if Chaka is here? I said if he's gonna make another mistake, as he has made tons until now.
Or maybe if I blackmail him.
Yeah.
Two options. Yeah. Anyway,
Alright.
character voice lines. What about them though? I mean, we did talk about them.
Steel
I don't know if we're gonna keep the old ones again. I have no idea. Are we even allowed to keep the old ones?
No, we're
Are they
not.
there? Okay.
The voice lines were not released, so like the grunts for Steel are completely original.
Okay.
So
Okay, who did those grunts?
sorry
I
to
have
butt
no
in, everybody,
idea.
but I gotta go. So
It's okay.
I'll
See you
see
later.
y'all again.
All right. Well,
was nice.
let's do it. Let's make it one more question. One more question, and we'll get to the end of the
I'll stay
stream.
for one more.
All right, one more. Sure, why not?
So, next question asked. That is it. If you guys don't have a question, I'll come up with one. I'll give you like
Who was the prettiest of all the mods?
that was already determined.
Easily, I don't know actually. I mean, Agorian has a pretty nice beard, so.
But I got that porn mustache
That
though.
doesn't count, Zuku.
But Agorian has a
All
has a
right.
beard.
All right. So my question is, how mind blown will we be when EA launches?
You have
Completely.
no,
You have no
You-
like,
idea.
you won't even have a mind left to blow.
Yeah,
You won't.
exactly.
Is it
You
gonna?
will absolutely
You have, like,
lose your shit.
Like, you
Yep.
guys don't have a clue what's about to hit you. I'm not even lying. to
Are
you.
we
Like,
gonna?
listen,
Are we going to like be like, well, forget how to play Paragon because it's his fault. Like it's a brand new game.
No.
Oh,
Not
No.
like that.
You
But
have to remember Paragon to know
you
how to
will
play
go you will go from having last played the last alpha to going into EA, and it is so much different now. Like you won't even know what you're doing. Like,
Right. All we can
Yeah.
really
So-
say is that you won't even know what's coming. You don't know what's coming. The
Yeah,
bad
big-
like
big
that.
thing-
He just have no idea. The stranger has no idea. His hosts have no idea. Only we do.
Norweginator has no idea.
And we have to
Alright,
keep
why
it
do I
inside.
always gotta get called out.
let me just say this. All right, there won't be any orange glow.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's for
Yep.
sure.
And if there is, let us know.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, please let us know because there shouldn't be.
I've seen like 3 leaks. That's all I know.
Oh, must be nice.
Alright, Zuku, you know where to send them. Your old pal Norweginator.
All right, guys.
I don't have access to them anymore.
Aye.
You're not quick enough with your saving.
I think
Armadillo, for real.
we're gonna get to the end there now. So, what a flippity flop though. This is Stranger or Big Moose. This was Faultarian Journal number 9, aka the mod stream. Thank you to all our guests here, and thank you to the Fault community and the Paragon community for tuning in. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you got a bit of
Of
insight,
course.
and I hope our guests enjoyed it. And thank you again.
Hey, thanks for having
No
Peace,
us.
problem.
everyone.
Thanks for
Thanks so
having
much.
us.
Hey,
Yeah, I
it was
had fun.
All right.
See you next time, I guess.
And we always have one final song. Well, I do one final song and then I end the stream. So there's going to be one final song that you will only hear on stream. Anywho. And I'll see you.